Live.
Welcome to Hardly Initiated. It is your host, Tyshawn Jackson, in the building with my co-host, Ryan Catchings.
Yes, sir. Listen, back in action another Thursday, 7 p.m., and we're just happy y'all joining us. I think we're still getting warmed up, but tonight it's about to get spicy.
Speak for yourself, man. Your
It's about
boy
to
is
get
already
crazy
ready.
tonight. Yeah, man. I mean, to be honest, we got an incredible show. I mean, the team really worked on this one. We got some incredible guests, the stories, testimonies, man. And we digging into some relationship stuff today, man. I'm telling you, like, this is big. We got a young lady. I don't even want to say who she is yet. We got a young lady that has been completely taken over the internet.
She's on the thumbnail, bro.
She's on a thumbnail. We got
So you guys already know. The cruise lady is here, y'all.
The cruise ship lady. Miss
Yes,
KEKE.
Miss KEKE's in the building, so I want you guys to hold tight. We're going to bring her on later on in the show for her first ever exclusive interview. But you already know, guys, we got the show is loaded here because just so y'all know, y'all have been asking us, man, for quite some time to really bring the same perspective that Hardly Initiated has been bringing you the past 4 years, but into the culture, right? Bring some perspective to what's going on, and that's what we're going to be doing here on Thursdays nights.
Real talk, real perspective.
Cultural commentary in a way that we have not seen it prior. So get used to this. Come in here, have a good time with us, family.
Yeah, but very important to know, guys, we still going to do the creative stuff, the crazy stuff that y'all love, the transformation, the deep dive conversations. We still going to continue to have powerful and authoritative guests, but on Thursdays at 7 is us, me, Ty, Delano, and the fam. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to have some good conversations. But we got to make sure we keep it fresh. And first thing we need to do is shout out all the people who've been supporting us last week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they got this new feature on YouTube. Pull that up, Lano. Got this new feature on YouTube. We can kind of see who been in action. So shout out to TD. Shout out to Jasmina, Shannon, Ken Jones, man. Ken, he's
a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend, man. He taps in. He emails us. He knows the pulse of what's happening. Shout out to her. Shout out to all the wonderful people on there. Look at Jared Ward. Jared Ward been rocking with us for a minute.
Facts.
Pumpkin Pie, Simply Tova. So, yeah, we just want to say we love y'all. Thank you so much. Shout out to the initiates. And another very special shout out because this is crazy. We got a birthday striking at midnight.
We got a birthday?
Happy birthday, yeah, my friend.
This young man, we pulled him out of college. We said, you're not doing nothing in college. Come rock with your boys.
Absolutely.
So we can teach you something. You can learn something and get a skill set. And that's the thing, my ladies, my fellas, you got to have you a skill set. Not just any skill set, a marketable skill set. This means something that you can do, that you can take from opportunity to opportunity, and it's marketable, which means you know how to explain in detail and with some conviction what you can do and how you can do it. And once you get that, you free to go. You can take that anywhere. And fortunately, Delano has took his skill set to Hardly Initiated. Listen, Delano,
Facts.
how you feeling, man?
To be honest,
Happy
man,
birthday, yeah, my friend. Yeah.
it feels good to finally be 22.
Not yet.
22.
It's
Not yet.
at midnight.
Not
It's at
yet.
midnight.
Yo,
Midnight.
drop happy birthdays in the chat for my man right here.
Absolutely, y'all.
I'm feeling reflective.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
It'd be like that.
Imagine being 30, about to be 37. Imagine that.
Boy, pushing 40 over here. Hey, y'all drop pushing 40 in the chat for my boy Ryan.
That's major shade right there.
But
Hey.
yeah, man, I'm feeling good.
Look, man, we love you and appreciate you, man. Big shout out to Lil Bro. He's been doing a great job bringing y'all this crystal clear footage y'all been seeing here. Let me tell you, it's a lot of work that happened behind the camera that's been helping us bring you all the moments that we've had. And a lot of it has been linked to the efforts of that brother there, man. So big shout out to you, Lano. I love you. Glad to have you on the team, man.
Yeah, man. Salute to the growth. And, of course, we celebrate growth at every chance we get. But we got to get into something else, though. We got to, listen, we popping off with some new things. We finally figured this thing out. And right now we need to bring you what we like to call the Minority Report, all right?
No,
Oh, no, we're not ready? Oh, okay.
I got to let the people know, y'all.
Let's do it.
It's game time, all right? Because we did this just for y'all. So I got to take time to let you know because Hardly Initiated also had a birthday. 4 years old, all right? So what we doing is code 4 years, 30% off the entire store. All right? That's the Renew the Mind Journal. That's prompted out daily for you to get in there and get busy. Put some structure in your life. Yes, we went ahead and got that for you, to Fight the Flesh bracelet and the Harley and Love card. Y'all better have the Harley and Love cards at this point.
I'm always
we've
rocking.
Never had that thing 30% off, so go ahead and do your thing, y'all. Go ahead and take advantage of that today. All right?
I like that. I like that. Listen, this energy is good. Shout out to the fellas. But it's time to get y'all warmed up with the Minority Report, guys, where we call out what's out of order in the culture and set the record straight. And this has been heavy conversation. We probably got the latest on this, so I think we're doing a good job digging up these content pieces and this investigative journalism. So, Delano,
take us into the
Take us to the
Minority
Minority
Report, boy.
yes, indeed.
Giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
Hold on. So listen, we still, like I said, we still warming up. So we gotta get y'all some context of what's going on here. Then we're gonna run that back. So this is recent. This is Marvin Winans, guys. This is a lead pastor at this church, okay? And what happened with the clip that we were rolling is he called, he's calling up a line. He's instructing to form a line for tithes and offers, okay? And he is given he has given very specific instruction on exactly what to do. So this specific clip or the specific video right here recently went viral, and what is happening on here, you got a young lady who has brought up her offering, and what we're taking a look at is his response.
Yeah.
So let's actually run that back one time.
Giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
First off, my brother got some pimping in his past.
Let me tell you something.
The way he handled that situation, let me tell you, it's in his past right there.
You know what? So I'm already seeing some contention in here because we got shout out to Angel Eye. She says he explained that they had them lined up based on how they paid. So she was out of line, not that he was demeaning what she gave. Wow.
Wow.
This is the thing. We got it's more on this, but I'm gonna be honest. I strongly disagree with that. And this is why, because I know what disrespect looks like when I see disrespect. Okay? Now, regardless of what was requested, the young lady, okay, this is somebody's grandma right here. Look at this, look at those glasses.
Yeah.
Those G-Mom, Big Mama glasses right there.
Got the white outside, white
Right.
wall outside.
And listen, first of all, I know my grandmama. I know some strong grandmamas, okay? Grandmamas not only take care of her kids, her children, she take care of her children's children. This was big. I actually was a little upset by this as soon as I seen it, right? And so the thing is, you got people that have been defending this and saying, hey, you know what? Anybody giving a take on this, saying this is inappropriate, you're wrong. Because he gave very specific instruction on exactly what to do. So although I got a lot more to say about this, I do think it's important that we take a look further at what's going on. But before we do, I want you to pull up this photo real quick, because I really want to give y'all context of this. So look, this grandma mom right here. I remember when I used to be in church and the collection plate used to come around, and that was huge. That was huge, because if you ain't had no money, you looking at grandma, you're like, grandma, I need some money. I need some money because I got to give. When it come around, I want to give my $1, my $5, my $10. And even being young, you knew that it was a difference between giving $1 and giving 20. You even knew that being young. And one thing that used to petrify me in church was anytime grandma used to pull me up to the front. Anytime my mom used to pull me up to the front. So you look at this young man. Look, he looking like we doing the right thing. That's what he looking like. He clean. He fresh.
He is clean.
He supporting grandmama. He looking like, yeah, we taking care of this today. Okay. So this I want you to give context, because as a leader, this is my firm opinion. As a leader, you got to be able to weigh what's happening in the room. So you got this young man, and I don't know how old this young man is, but I would imagine that this is likely to be a core memory. Okay. So everything about this interaction is just getting downloaded. It's getting downloaded. So this is the scene for what's happening. So this is his perspective. Okay. Now roll the next part of it. Well, don't roll it yet, because I want to give y'all some context to the next part, because everybody says, hey, you got to dig more. You got to see what's going on. He gave specific instruction. So you can take a look at exactly how he responded to the young lady who brought her tithes and offerings up. Okay. And I want to give you some additional context, because it was another group of people that actually came up as well. And I want you to look at how he responded to the other young lady that comes up and gives her tithes and offerings.
Now listen to me. If you're giving the 1 plus 1, if you're giving 1 plus something else, we're going to come back and get that. I just want the 1 plus 1 to come. If you're on the finance department and you're prepared, come now, and let's give God praise as they come.
I give in faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing this seed of $1,625 plus $375.
It's 2,000.
That plus my family and friends.
Well, say that. What you just said was just $1,400.
I'm not sure. Listen.
Well, say that. What you just said was just $1,400. He up there checked.
Yeah.
Everybody getting checked.
That's what I'm saying. And clearly,
checked.
I don't know if he didn't hear right or if my man can't count, because it sounds like she brought up the necessary funds. I mean, did you hear something different, Ty?
No, she brought the paper.
Yeah, and I'm gonna drop this poll. I'm gonna pause because I'm gonna drop this poll, because I think this is important. Because like I said, guys, listen. Sometimes I've been known to tweak out sometimes. I don't went viral for tweaking out. So I understand that mistakes can happen. So I want to make sure I get the initiate's perspective to let me know if I'm tripping, because this looks like pimp behavior.
Yeah.
This looks like irresponsible leadership. This looks like he's concerned more with being right than the act of the church supporting.
Oh, the ego is just through the roof.
But like I said, hey, maybe I'm tripping, and I'm gonna put in here two options. Okay, was the pastor right to check her publicly? Yes, he's holding the standard, or no, he embarrassed unnecessarily. So I'm gonna drop that in here, and I know a lot of y'all got some perspective on this. Okay, because you know, like I said, this grandmama. And you got the next young lady coming up, and this is the thing, I can tell he didn't want to push it with the second one. He didn't want to push it with her, because the way she responded was like, bro, you gonna count these coins?
Yeah.
And you gonna take this money, and you gonna keep it moving. That's how she responded to him.
Yeah.
And even though he clearly wasn't paying attention to what was that math? It was like 16, what was it?
Yeah, like
16, 75, 3, whatever it was.
It was 2,000.
It was 2,000.
So she was in the right.
So she was in the right.
So people saying, no, the last one, no, the other lady was wrong.
Yeah.
No. That brother had an attitude the whole time.
So listen, major attitude, which I understand that every day is not your best day, right? You a pastor of a church, you got the cameras rolling. I could imagine that's a tough spot to be under strict scrutiny. I mean, we've interviewed pastor after pastor, spiritual leader after spiritual leader, and it's tricky. Some of the conversations that we want to have on camera, we can't quite have it, not because they don't want to be real, but because of the judgment that comes from us is the reasoning behind why they don't want to be real. So when you're in a perpetual state of providing correction, it can be a little tricky. Sometimes you could be a little bit on edge and sensitive to when somebody makes a mistake. So I do understand. So, in my opinion, something like this goes viral. It's a certain way you got to respond. Because like I said, everybody makes mistakes. I want y'all to answer this poll because I got another video that I want to show you, because if something like that goes viral and it hits the public, like I said, I'm going to share with y'all what my expectation is. And I think all of us will probably have the exact same expectation if somebody is stepping all over your toes and trying you in front of the public, in front of the entire church. So let's roll that video to see what.
And by the way, if you want us to read your thoughts out during the segment, you can send a super chat. We'll go ahead and read it along with the poll. So go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm going to drop the poll. The poll is dropped. We got close to 150 votes right now. Was the pastor right to check her publicly? Yes, he's holding the standard. No, he embarrassed unnecessarily. But I want you to roll that next video.
You're the woman in that viral video.
Right.
He did not rebuke you.
He absolutely did not rebuke me. Now, there's a difference. There was a correction, because let me clearly state that Pastor gave instruction on the lines to get into.
I was calling because the whole church was giving, and it was our day of giving, and the whole church was coming, and we didn't want people standing, the mothers and all that, so I was calling them by increments. And we had someone that had given out of before, and I corrected it, and I told everybody to listen and come when you call, and that's all that was.
It's crazy because I remember I remember when I used to have my little attitude. My mom said, "You just gonna be a butthole today? You just gonna be a jerkwad today? You just gonna hold on to this nonsense?" And this is the thing, I would expect, because it's a lot to unpack here. I believe the young woman's name was Roberta.
Yes.
Miss Roberta. Go back to that photo, Delano. Because Miss Roberta, let me tell you something. I'm looking at this photo. You know, the first thing I think is Miss Roberta's single. Because ain't no man that's protecting Miss Roberta gonna let nobody talk to them like that.
Honestly, stuff like this just don't happen to men.
It don't happen.
It's like, it's usually
and it don't
the
happen.
ladies.
It don't happen to men that protect their women. What happened to protect black women? This woman is in church. If you can't get nobody to look out for you, you should be at least be able to get it in church. You got the leader of the church. He don't say thank you. Step to the side. We got to get you right. He basically says, this ain't enough. And I don't care what you bringing. It's unacceptable. Guys, when something like this happens, especially when it happens in public, and you get caught tweaking in public, what's wrong with just apologizing? What's wrong with just getting on camera? Because that video is posted on his Instagram.
Yeah.
What's wrong with getting on your camera and apologizing? But you know what he did? He called the white cavalry. Let's get these white folks on the line. Let's go to the news. Somebody get Miss Roberta right now. We gonna have somebody convince this woman to be agreeable to the nonsense that just occurred to her in front of millions at this point, and we gonna double down on it versus apologize. Now, this is the thing. We got a lot of people that rock with Hardly Initiated. And see, one of the things I don't like is when people say, see, this is why I don't go to church. But guess what? When you see this, it's understandable why people say, this why I don't go to church.
Oh, yeah. They just got reason 1,000 number one. 1,000 number and one now.
And so if you know that's the situation, and you know people already on edge, because black people, we need church. We need Jesus. We need God. We need community. We need preventative circles that's going to help us put ourselves in better situations. We need protection. We need support. We do need instruction, but we don't need to be disrespected along the way. So, guys, if you are in a position of leadership or correction or mentorship, you cannot forget that you have a responsibility to do things the right way. You cannot forget that if and when, because you will make a mistake, that instead of justifying this type of action, all you got to do is issue a sincere apology. And it's unfortunate that we got leaders, and I don't want to put it all on him. We got whole teams of people that okayed this. And now you got Miss Roberta helping the church out, trying to save face when we know what's going on. Because what Miss Roberta, what's she going to do? That's the thing. What is she going to do? Was she going to speak down on what the situation? And now you got these, pastor chasing folks mad at her and crucifying her in the church after she probably, I'm sure, and I don't want to speak for her. We got to get Miss Roberta on. Maybe she'll come on to speak about the situation. But I could imagine in this situation, it's a lot of pressure to now put your face on national TV to give this person a pass after this level of disrespect. But like I said, maybe I'm tripping. So that's why I wanted to open a poll on this. It's the Minority Report. Was the pastor indeed right to check her publicly? Yes, he was holding the standard, or no, he embarrassed her unnecessarily.
And it's pretty clear. I mean, we already got 238 votes on here, and it's 4% says yes, he's holding the standard. I want to meet y'all 4%. I want to meet the 4%. Hey, let me tell you, we're not going to open up the hotlines today for the Minority Report.
Right.
But y'all let me know. Matter of fact, if you put yes on that poll there, put it was me in the chat right now. I want to see exactly who you are.
Big facts. And we dropped the poll. Listen, the initiatives have answered. We can go ahead and move on. And guys, listen, I know we got some people in the chat. Listen, KEKE is turned up. You got KEKE supporters in the chat right now.
I love it.
You got people confused about who is KEKE, the cruise ship lady. That's the nickname right now. This is what's all of you type in C, cruise ship lady come up.
Yep.
You might type in the K, KEKE don't show up.
Facts.
So yes, she has taken over the internet, and yes, she is joining us, but because of course we want to get the story, we want to see what's going on. But before we do that, let them know about the story again real quick, and we can go jump in.
Absolutely. I want you guys to know because it is going to get real tonight. So y'all go ahead and be patient. Everybody is, a lot of these clips, they all tonight, especially we focusing on relationships because those are the loudest conversations in the culture right now. All right, everybody's talking about how hard it is, lack of trust, communication, situationships. All right, but most people never stop and ask, what's the common denominator, y'all? And sometimes it's not that you just keep choosing the wrong person. It's that you just keep showing up as the same person. Undisciplined, unfocused, empty. And that's exactly why we built the High Life community, all right? So the High Life is a community that helps you rebuild your structure mentally, physically, spiritually, all right? We teach you how to give God one focused hour a day through what we call the reps. Read, exercise, pray, and scribe, all right? When you get your structure right, your relationships start changing too, because now you're grounded and you're not needy, y'all. All right, so what we're going to do is right in the description, if you want to go ahead and join the community, is down there. So feel free to go ahead and click that and get that popped off here with us today. I want to take it to the next segment today, y'all.
Big facts. We getting creative too. We getting creative. Listen, guys,
it's popping in here.
You hear the segments? Just send us the stories. Drop them in the chat. Send us a DM. info@HardlyInitiated. If you prefer to send us an email, because we really want to know what y'all want to talk about. But new segment, guys. New segment alert. Time to take it to trial. Well, this is when the viral relationship stories specifically hit the chat. We examine the choices and let the chat deliver the verdict. Were they right or completely out of line? And this time, okay, we bring it together, some I would say some witness testimony. I don't even know what I got to study the law to kind of see what the situation is. But the person or the entity or the group that is going on trial today is actually a comment section.
Absolutely. So y'all, what happened was a very viral video hit our DMs that y'all asked us to cover, and it is a sister that is communicating very clearly a mishap that went down in her marriage, and the comments had a lot to say. In fact, Lionel, let's go ahead and review the video, and we'll get to what the comments had to say about it.
Put a finger down if you're 29 with 5 kids under the age of 7 and your husband told you he wants to get a divorce because you want to continue going to your family church he doesn't like, but he wants you to stay in the house for the sake of the kids and says he'll eventually start seeing other people. So he takes back the Benz that he bought you and buys you a less expensive car, and you take you and your 5 kids to go live with your dad. And now you share a room with your 5 kids trying to get your life back together because you haven't worked in 8 years because your husband told you to focus on you, your kids, and school. So now you got to learn how to be a single mom, all while your kid's dad is gaslighting you, making you feel bad for leaving the house because he says you should have stayed and saved up, even though he's going to be out doing what he wants to do.
Now, check this out. Believe it or not, a lot of people had a lot of opinions on this conversation here. Because when you go down, this is why we had to take this to the trial, okay? Because when you go into the comment section, what she seems to be being charged with more than anything else are these very common comments all throughout.
Yeah, you guys need to normalize leaving the kids with the father. Always have your own money is the advice so many people gave me on my wedding day. One of the reasons I do not want kids, I need my exit as clean as my entrance.
Ooh.
Negative. That's crazy. 29 with 5 kids. Look at Tati. She in the chat. She in there. She said yes. 5 blessings. And then you got, how did Sheer 7 get up in here? Y'all got to listen to Sheer 7. This could have been prevented. So this is the thing, which is crazy because my lady actually sent me this. She said she didn't even say watch. She just said go straight to the comments after you watch the video. And the things that I was seeing in there was kind of crazy. It's like most of it was around like having 5 kids before 30 was a crime.
With her husband?
With her husband. With husband. All, and we'll let her explain it. All with the same father, obviously, her husband. It was an issue that she wants to keep her kids, which is crazy. Why wouldn't somebody want to keep their kids? And then another issue, which I would say was probably one of the main ones as well, is leaving your career or foregoing career opportunity to be a stay-at-home mom. And so I'm trying to figure out, of all the things that she stated, how did 90% of the comments end up saying this is your fault? So
that is the charge here today. All right. So this is what we're going to take to trial. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to bring this sister up. Okay. She's going to be an eyewitness here. We're going to get a little bit more details, and I'm going to bring up the actual jury, meaning you guys here today. In fact, let's go ahead and drop the link for people to come backstage now so you can give your verdict on whether or not, I really want to know your thoughts on this one here, family.
Man, first off, I'm looking at the chat. The chat is already getting strong. Listen, we got to bring her up.
We got to. Matter of fact, I want everybody to give a warm welcome to my sister Tati on Harley Initiated.
What up, Tati?
Tati, what up with you?
How are you?
I'm
good. How are you?
Listen, we blessed to have you. And I mean, you've also have taken the internet by storm. I believe it's close to 4 million views on that video, correct?
I'll say 3 million.
Okay, close to 3 million. Okay, cool, close to 3 million. And let me ask you this: did you expect that when you shared that something like that would catch fire like that?
No. And the crazy thing is, I really live a private life, so that was kind of just something, that was enough of me. I would say that, but I was not expecting for it to go that viral at all.
So check it out. I can imagine that, especially if that's never happened before. But I want to go ahead and get a little bit of information from you before I go ahead and get the thoughts from our initiates, or today our jury. So if you can we go ahead and drop those links, Lano, so everybody can go ahead and get backstage. But let's get some additional context, because again, the biggest charge here is that you should be held responsible for the fact that you decided to be a stay-at-home mom. You had 5 kids under 29, and
with my husband.
with your husband, and you got to take some responsibility for this. First off, I'm just curious, because it seems like now this happened, which is some questions here. That's a separate conversation. But right now, just to be clear, is the relationship is not moving forward at this point? Are you pretty much you and your husband headed to divorce?
Yeah, we're still in the process of everything. The only relationship that we do have is with our kids. So if we can communicate, it's about our kids, strictly about our kids.
Okay. So why did you want to keep all 5 of the kids? Just to be clear.
I don't know how far you want me to, how much you want me to say, but I had many reasons. One reason is because our home, his job and our home are almost an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So we have no family down, in our primary residence. So I've been a stay-at-home mom for all these years anyway. So I'm used to, doing my motherly things, taking care of the home and everything. But if, I have to work or if something happens with the kids, that falls on me. So I move, with my dad, and he actually works in the same city as my father. So if something were to happen, since I'm a single mom now or we're splitting, they don't, everything with the kids doesn't have to follow me. They can also call him because during the day he's where my dad is in the area. So that was one of my reasons, but there's many reasons why I left. That's just one of them.
Is that
For me to
strange?
take it easy.
Is that strange to you that people would be upset by that?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, people will be upset about you,
I'm
having
not sure
having
about
five
having 5
kids.
kids. I don't understand why that's a problem. I mean, yes, I started young, but I mean, it's people younger than me with more kids than me, and which is fine. But I don't think it's straight at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I must be tripping because I thought that was. I mean, I thought that's what the wife was supposed to do. She laying her life on the line 5 different occasions.
I'm curious about that too. Why did you choose to be a stay-at-home mom?
Okay, so I really did not choose to be a stay-at-home mom. When me and my husband, when we initially got married, he was actually, we just started going to the church or whatever. So that's another thing. The church was in Atlanta. We lived almost 2 hours away from the church. So, and he was actually going up in the ranks in the church. So, his life was like committed to the church. And as somebody going up in the ranks, like, being a minister or a pastor, as a first lady or, someone, you're supposed to compliment your husband. So that kind of just being involved in church, it kind of consumed me in a way because we were always at the church. So it was kind of hard getting a job, especially once the children start coming along and the church being an hour and a half, 2 hours away. We going to church 3 times a week and then traveling to Florida, Alabama, Mississippi every other month. So the amount, because we were consumed with the church, okay, to save money and the amount of times we were out, I just had to be a stay-at-home mom. I didn't have to, but it was more befitting for our lifestyle.
Sounds like it made financial sense as well at that time, which I think people can forget about. I mean, maybe I don't know if people don't have kids as well, but daycare is expensive. You talk about long commutes. You talking about depending on what one of the provider parent is doing. Maybe they have a demanding job. You know what I mean? And maybe maybe it actually makes sense for somebody to stay at home. I think Stefan Arnio, he put this. He had was doing research when he wrote his book. He talked about at that point, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. He said the stay at home mother's value in the workplace is about $80,000 to $100,000 a year. So this is
I think that was like per kid too. It was like per kid. I think what he evaluated.
So this is a high. I mean, this is a high paying job. This is a major responsibility.
Valuable,
correct.
No, 100%. I think Ryan is really skewing the jury's decision at this point.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Listen, let me be quiet. Okay.
I don't even know if people are gonna really get back and go to trial no more. But I really want the people's opinion here on this one. And by the way, do we have a poll for this one as well that we dropping?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop one.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and drop a poll here on this one. And just to be clear now, because you're in a situation now where you got 5 babies, and essentially what you communicated is now you're in a situation because you went ahead and foregoed your the ability to really get some money, and you had these kids under 29. Now you bit of a tough situation now, or tougher situation than you were prior.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, I mean, that's what you said in the video. You literally.
I know. And I think it was the delivery of the video. I mean, I was just trying to get it out. Of course, it was dramatic. But, I mean, he's still, 100% doing everything he's doing. He's just doing it from a distance. And also, like, as far as, the career, and I guess it doesn't really matter. I was able to, get my degree and real estate license. So I did get those things.
So just to be clear, are you living in the same room with your babies at your dad's house? Is
Our
that true?
clothes are there, yeah. I mean, basically, we're spread out throughout the house, but I just said that we're all in. Not really, but yeah, you can say that. All our clothes are in there,
Not
but my kids sleep. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's really not that bad, y'all. I promise.
Uh-oh, hold on, wait. It was a little cap on daddy. It was a little cap on the
no,
husband.
seriously, it's really not that bad. I promise you, it's not like where it's not like I moved furniture or anything. It's just clothes, And even my dad, he was the one pushing me to move. Like he was like, you know what I mean? You don't need to be anything a narcissistic environment, somebody that's controlling you. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't just about the church. It was other stuff that was going on that I didn't put in the video. So it was a lot. He was telling me if I took the kids around my family, the marriage is over. So I didn't put that in the video, but it was more to it that I didn't even, address.
So let me ask you this: if your daughter was pretty much trying to figure, came to you saying she wanted to have a man, 5 kids, give up her career, all in her marriage, would you advise her to do the same thing, or based on this experience, did that change your perspective on it?
I would advise her, because at the end of the day, it was kind of started off with the church. The church was the issue. I would say wait. I'll definitely tell her to wait till she's about like 25, 26, establish herself first, then, decide on getting married. But the route that I wouldn't tell her to do it. I would say just establish yourself first and then wait to have kids, because it was at the same time, yeah, I love my kids, but it's also, I'm still learning. It's a lot. It can be overstimulating. So I would kind of tell her to kind of go a different route.
And that's what I want to know. I want to know the people's perspective on this, because when I saw the comments, what it really was reflective is just the current state of trust of women in relationships. Because women is pretty much, that's why they brought up Shira 7, because Shira 7 is the pink pill queen.
Oh, yeah.
And she pretty much is all about keeping power and leverage in your hands. And a lot of ladies feel like once you start giving them babies out and you ain't making no money, now you've lost all the power and leverage in the relationship. And now if anything goes wrong, you are now with the short end of the stick. This is what we take in the trial here. I want to know the people's opinion on this.
And how would you even function that poll? Because this is what I got. Should a woman ever give up her job to stay at home with kids?
We can keep it that. That's good.
I thought that was simple.
That's absolutely good right there. Matter of fact, if y'all want to be even bold enough, we're going to go ahead and drop the poll. But let's open up the hotlines right now. We got somebody backstage right now. Let's go ahead and it looks like we got our sister Bonnie here. Bonnie, turn your camera on. Everybody backstage. Cameras on.
And let me go ahead and drop these links in here, because I know people gonna be wanting to sit in the back while we get it popping. We running a hotline. We just gonna keep it open. We got Miss KEKE coming up, but go ahead and bring Bonnie up. Bonnie, ready?
There we go. Bonnie, what's up with you, sister?
Hey, how y'all doing?
What up,
What's
Bonnie?
up,
We
Bonnie?
blessed. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, Bonnie. So first off, let's get some context here. Give me your age and your location.
Okay, I'm 27 and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
So just give me this right here, Bonnie. Okay. Should a woman ever give up her career and have 5 kids in a marriage where she is working from home and not accruing any income?
Honestly, I feel like that answer is subjective, but I feel like sorry. If a woman's already...
I misspoke. Not working from home, but she's a stay-at-home mom, not making any income. Go ahead.
Okay. I feel like women should do what they want to do, first and foremost. But also, I feel like if a woman's already established in her career and already has, something going on, it's a little bit different. So I guess it would be situational. That's why I said I feel like the answer is subjective. If I was already into my career, maybe I wouldn't do something like that. Even if I wasn't already into my career, like I said, everybody's different. Maybe I wouldn't do anything like that. But I don't feel like women should be shamed for being a wife. I feel like in this culture, it's like a slippery slope. It's like they tell you to do one thing, you do that, it's still a problem. You do the other way, it's still a problem. You can't really win for losing. But I don't think anybody should be shamed for not wanting to have kids or having kids or getting married and giving up everything or not. I have a daughter, so would I tell her to give up her career for a man? No. But like I said, I feel like everybody should just do what they want to do. I don't know. I feel
What
like
What
we're
was
all
your
living
thoughts?
different lives.
What was your thoughts when you saw what the comments were communicating?
Um, uh-oh.
It paused a little bit, Bonnie, and turn your phone
Okay.
sideways if you can. Okay, no, you fine. You fine. Go ahead.
I'm good. Okay. When I first saw the comments, I wasn't surprised because I know when it comes to kids, that's a big topic within our culture specifically. And I feel like having kids nowadays is like demonized in a way. Like whether you have 1 or 5 or 10, everybody still kind of looks at you the same way. So I wasn't surprised. I think I was more so surprised from the comments from women who are also single mothers already. I think that was most surprising to me because I kind of felt like it was there was no support, number one. Like there were very few supportive comments at all, but especially from the single mothers that were commenting, it was kind of like a haha, now you're in the same boat as us, or kind of like you thought the ring was going to change your situation type thing. And I felt like it was a lot of bitterness in the comments. And I know a lot of people were like acting as if they wanted to help, or like, oh, we're just trying to help her and she's, being this way and that way. But nobody was trying to help her. Everybody was being shady. So, yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah, it was because people, the comments, pull the comments back up real quick. Because this is these people are highly offended. Highly offended.
Very mad.
And so my thought is like, what you mad at? But I got the same impression as well. It's women who, you see this woman who dedicated her life essentially, or not even essentially, her life to family, and it, is headed in this direction, and people are like, hey, that's what you get.
That's what it's. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Bonnie, thank you so much for your perspective here. I got somebody else backstage. Let's bring my sister Dana up, okay? Dana, what's up with your sister? You gotta unmute yourself, Dana. You gotta unmute yourself here. There you go.
I'm unmuted.
What's up, Dana? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
We doing good, Dana. Glad to have you.
I'm absolutely blessed right now. Dana, give me your verdict on this one.
Wait. Let's get Dana, but real quick. Let's get your name and your age and location as well.
So my name is Dana. I am 55 and I'm located in Dallas, Texas right now.
And what's your relationship status, Dana?
I'm married.
Okay.
But I've been single for a very long time.
Put it all back.
Okay. Well, look, Dana, what's your thoughts on this?
I just think that if you're going to be a stay-at-home mom, you have to be one with a plan. And I think about it from all aspects, that you just can't go into a relationship waiting on someone to be that person's dependent. You have to figure out how you can be independent in a relationship where you are solely relying on someone else for everything. So in the event that he passed away or anything like that happened, you have to have a plan for that. And I say that because I've watched women not able to really bounce back from being a single mom if the dad passed away, if the marriage ended. I just think that you have to be prepared. You have to tap into your own resources. Even if you're not doing it full time, doing something to figure out where your income would come if your relationship didn't last. So even at my age, I still have that plan, So anything can happen. 30, 40 years in a relationship, somebody could decide to walk away and you still have to be prepared to be independent.
There you have it.
Such a scary thing. Great perspective on that, Dana. This reminds me of the conversation that we had with Chris Broussard last week, and was that this week? Actually, that was Tuesday. This past Tuesday, and we asked the chat, is it too risky for men to get married?
Mm-hmm.
And I told you about that text I got. Let me see if I can pull that up again real quick. I'm gonna pull that up. That text I got from
text set the chat off.
Sent the chat off, and this is from a family member that wishes to remain nameless, but it says, ask the poll, do you think marriage benefits the woman? That can be called into question as well. Risking your body, your life, 85 to 90%, taking care of the kids, and in most cases working and still having to contribute 50-50. And then there's still the chance of being cheated on or even left with the burden of keeping all the kids.
So you ain't read that with the right conviction right there.
That was okay. I should have been turned up.
He was a little way too calm reading that.
Right.
Because that's how that was set with all caps.
But this is the reality. We just talked about this on Tuesday. This is the reality of women when they do, like you said, all of those is very risky. Very risky for women just as much as it is for men, if not more in this case. And so I want to ask Tati, hearing what Dana's perspective, do you have had you made any plan kind of on the side just in case things happen, or did this this just completely come out the blue? You never expected anything like this to happen?
I can talk. Okay, so I did not expect this at all. Like I said, especially it was. How can I put this? The church is because I wouldn't follow him. You get what I'm saying? And I guess I should have had, a plan in place, but it's because I didn't want him. I didn't do what he wanted me to do, or, basically, let's say in his words, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If I go to the church, the marriage is over. I wasn't expecting it to be over something like that. You would think it'll be over infidelity or, physical abuse. But I wasn't expecting it, at least not for something like this, because, up until that point or this point, the marriage was fine. You know what I mean? I was doing my job as a stay-at-home mom, and, I was a kept woman, and he was providing, no issue. But, I was not expecting this. And side note, I was not planning to be a stay-at-home mom forever. Me going to school, I had my degree, but just going back to school once my youngest got older, or of age, let's say elementary age, that's when I plan to return back to work. But hey, it is what it is.
Thank you so much. I want to get one more perspective here before we move on here to the next segment. Thank you so much for your take here. So
and you got some people in the chat saying, hey, you should stay when the kids are young. All the kids, if I'm not mistaken, Tati, all the kids are under 7 years old.
Under 7 years old.
So yes, my oldest will be right now 7. My oldest is 7. He'll be 8 in December.
So that's what she's doing.
There you go. This the last one here. We got Tanya here. Everybody welcome Tanya to the courtroom here. Tanya, how you doing, sister?
Can you hear me?
We
sure can, Tanya. What's up?
I remember your face, Tanya. You've been up here before, right?
No, this is actually my first time.
Really?
Oh, wow. Look, shout out to all these beautiful black women joining us tonight. It's
That's
being crazy
right.
tonight.
Like that hair freshly pumped over there. I see what's popping off over here. Can you give me your name, your age, your location, and relationship status?
I am divorced. I am 60 years old. I was married for 30 years. And I have a 41-year-old and a 31-year-old daughter, same husband. And I was a stay-home mom. And we got divorced after 30 years after our daughter graduated from college. Wow. But I stayed home. And I worked periodically throughout, but not really a career, which I started my own business right before our divorce. So it was still early. So I was in the place of not having, and I trusted that he would be, because I married him when I was 19, but he was my first everything. I met him when I was 12 years old.
Wow.
So I trusted that God would be faithful and it would work out. And he was cheating a lot, and I didn't even know it until the divorce. But I still say God is faithful, and I think that God will bless you through this situation. And I am saddened by people who say you shouldn't have kids, or all these things. You shouldn't trust your husband. I believe you should trust your husband. Well, not that you should trust, because the Bible says don't trust any man, but but that you should. That you should walk in faith that God will take care of you, and that you should do all you can for your household. My son is a surgeon. My baby girl is an engineer. I think I did all I could to raise them well. They're smart. They were able to go out and really add to the world. So that's my take. I think I'm praying for you, and I think that they should not be talking about you. God will provide.
Tanya, let me ask you this, because and shout out to your testimony and just having the courage to come up here and join us, because I really appreciate your perspective. I'm curious because I know you said you were pretty much launching your business a bit prior to the divorce. Is it something that you kind of knew things were getting a little bit shaky? That's why you decided to, get your finances and exit plan together? Or was it just a happenstance that you started to invest in your business?
I think it was happenstance. It all worked out where I think it was God. Again, because I didn't know he was unfaithful and doing all the things that he was doing. And I asked, he's a business owner and was very successful, and he provided very well for us. My kids, like I said, did well. My daughter went to Cornell. My son went to Yale. So he was a good provider. But then when he decided not to, he just literally, I had nothing after 30 years of marriage. And I was shocked that he would be that way.
Man, they say divorce, it brings out, some versions of a person that you probably ain't met yet. But Tanya, what I can thank you so much for bringing 30 years of wisdom up on the set here for us and helping us and giving us your verdict here today.
Yeah.
And first of all, thank you as well, Tati, for coming up on here.
Yeah.
And sharing with us. It's a lot of curiosity about some other things today, but I really wanted to just make sure we took that part to trial because that was one of the most popular charge in the comments.
Facts. And hold tight, Tati, because I do want to get some final perspective from you. And Tanya, we appreciate you. Because you just heard from two ladies, and man, Tanya's story is that's insane. Being married for 30 years, have two beautiful children, and then you got somebody that leaves that relationship. So it just shows that nothing is for absolute certain.
Yeah.
So Tati, what do you think about what Tanya shared, and then give us your final thoughts. After that.
I would say the situations are similar for sure. I mean, in a way that, stay at home mom, 30 years, not having anything. I would say that's just right now because I'm not, I guess, old or, life isn't over. It's definitely a learning, just something, a learning point in my life. Like, it's just, it is what it is. It's just pushing me, okay, use what you do have to make the situation better. On my end, I'm not going to say it for my kids because, the kids are fine. Not, I'm not trying to sound selfish or anything, but just do what use the tools that I do have, like I said, the real estate license, the degree I do have, and just, adding to it. So just making this situation and just turning it into something positive.
Understood. And Tati, listen, we're rooting for you. It's not easy to go viral. So I'm not sure you want to invest in that creative space because that might be the next thing for you.
I didn't realize it.
Well, look, we appreciate you for joining us, and thanks so much just for sharing your story. I think I don't even know how some of the initiates and the people we bring on even had the courage to share some of these things because I think it's a lot of people, as you see, literally we had 2 other women call that have been in similar situations.
Yep.
So this is obviously something that impacts many of us, particularly the women. So thank you for coming up and sharing that with us.
Absolutely. Big shout out, everybody. Yeah. Show Tati some love in the chat.
Yeah.
What I want y'all to do now is please make sure you understand we have had Hardly Initiated the 4-year anniversary, so we got given 30% off the entire Hardly Initiated store. Ty, what's in the store? First off, it's the most beautiful journal, man. First of all, if you get this journal and it's not the most beautiful journal that you have, send me an email and I'm gonna take care of you because it's gonna be the greatest journal you've ever had. From the aesthetic of it, the way we've prompted it, helps you put together a morning routine and really just take back control of your life. Y'all already know the Hardly in Love cause. You need to have it anywhere you go because it's gonna pop off the most exciting combos. And the Fight the Flesh bracelet is also on sale. So go ahead and take advantage of that as soon as possible.
Big facts. A shout out to Couture Leotards. Listen, Couture, we miss you. We love you. 20 months. Incredible.
Absolutely. 20 months.
20 months, man. Like OG.
Yeah.
OG status.
That's a fact.
She says women should stay at home till the children starts kindergarten. 5 children and daycare, even with 4 at a discount, is a whole check. Facts. It's a big check. And shout out to Practitioner Her. 1.6 thousand 1.6 thousand. Is that a word? 1.6.
Yeah,
1,600. That's what it is.
Yeah, 1,600.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you bugging
1,600 people in the chat and under 200 likes. Play that Money World song till they get the likes up. I like that.
Play that Money World. So what is the Money World song?
Yeah, we need that one.
I don't know what the hell song you're talking about. But
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all this. I told y'all we got my sister here back, KEKE Jones, that has been taking over the entire internet with her story here. And today we're going to have an exclusive interview with this sister here because we got to get into the details of this backstory.
Man, we got to get to know Miss KEKE because let me tell you, the story is like you can't stop watching it.
You can't.
If you haven't heard, I mean, she's literally taken over the internet with this incredible roller coaster of a testimony, and she even, I mean, I'm getting texts right now. It's like, there's no way she's gonna be on your show. She got something going on right now. I just jumped on her live. There's no way she about to pull up to your show, and indeed she is, even in the midst of a, I would say, chaotic situation going on in her life. So
I'm happy she's open to sharing it, because when you see it, the first thing you think is ain't no way. And that's the segment we about to get into, y'all. Ain't no way, all right?
Ain't no way.
Right here.
Because that's what people think. They literally see stories like this, and they like, ain't no way that could be me. Let me tell you, this what I would have did. I would have did that. This would have been different. And the whole time, you got a situation that, if not just as bad, it's very close to it. But I think that's kind of what people, people like to look at themselves a little bit different.
That's the state of people. But check it out.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Right here in this segment here, y'all, this is where we get not only the backstories to the viral videos we watch on a daily basis, but we hear from people actually involved and bring an expert for honest perspective on how we end up in these situations. All right. So without further ado, what I want to do is, if y'all know this here, I want to let me know if y'all know this. Lano, let's see if we could jog their memory. Play the clip here of KEKE Jones.
Let me tell you, the cruise, I've never been on a cruise. She was having a good time on this cruise.
Mm-hmm.
But then you read this caption. The day I realized husband doesn't want me, I kept trying to get his attention. He looked at other girls like he was embarrassed of me.
And let me tell you something, y'all. This has been on, many popular outlets at this point, reposted. And when I look at the comments, I see ladies triggered by this.
Yeah.
They triggered by this. So I could tell a lot of people have had some experience with this here in the past. But what I want to do now is I actually want to stop assuming like everybody else is doing and have a real conversation. Everybody, do me a favor, and let's go ahead and invite KEKE Jones to the stage here, y'all. KEKE, what up with you, sis?
You made me cry with that video. I'm a crybaby now.
Wow.
Is it still pretty emotional watching that video?
It's more than emotional. I'm counting the days as it go, and it's supposed to get better, but I have yet to feel the better.
Okay. Well, see, what I want to do here in this conversation, by the way, KEKE, because everybody, you've been all over the internet. So let's actually get the backstory as chronologically sound as you possibly can, so we can just get some context to what's happening.
And first, if you don't mind, Kiki, and let me know if this is cool, Tyshawn, but I want to get context to that video as well. So before you start anything, give us the backdrop for that video. Where were y'all at? What was the celebration? What was going on?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that video, I don't know if anybody ever noticed, but my eyes were puffy that video. I actually was crying to him all morning in the room, wondering why he just won't hug me, touch me. We're on vacation, you know. And I said, well, how about we go outside and have a drink and maybe you'll be in, maybe, we'll be good, right? He said, all right, all right. You could tell. And we went outside. I said, let's go have a good time. I'm still trying to make the best situation out of it because I'm a cruiser. This is what I do by myself. So I finally got him to go with me, and it was some BBWs on the side. I guess that's what he liked, and I get that. But I already went through my weight loss journey for myself, and he just kept staring at them and staring at them, and I'm just like, hey, come on, me, and as y'all see, I don't think that he cared. So I was trying to hold it in then. So I said, let me drink some more. I know that's not an answer. But I just wanted to make it feel better.
I can tell. You can look at that video and tell it's a lot more than going on than what you can actually see on the video.
No, that's a really great assessment.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing I want to do, because I want to take it back to that moment, but so much happened before y'all actually got there. I want to bring clarity to. Okay, so first off, how did y'all meet in the first place?
Well, I am a content creator. But that's not my content. My content is let's go cook. Come shopping with me. Come make some iced coffee. So I was selling plates and he was like, hey, I love your content. Like, that's what draw me to you. You're such a happy person. I could tell you a good person. And I told him like, hey, look, I'm on my solo stuff. I'm living. If you want to buy the plate, that's fine. But I'm not into no man. I don't want to do that right now. I've been hurt. I told him everything I've been through. I told him, he said, you know what? I understand. Let me just buy the plate. So I sold him the plate. Then after that, I had to move. It was time for me to move. And he's like, let me move you. I said, you want to move me? You sure? For free? Yeah, I got you. I'm going to move you. I let him move me. While in the process of moving, he said, hey, you ever been to this restaurant? I said, no, I never been a Fogo de Chao, So he said, well, I'm just taking you on a date as a friend. And I said, okay, we can do that because you moved me. I tried to pay him. He didn't want to take no money. So I was like, that's the least I can do. Is get this man a date, right? As a friend. And from there, I had surgery because of my weight loss. I had a lot of loose skin. And he just instantly was just doing for me. He was putting stuff together, cleaning, changing my dresses. He just seemed like it was just too good to be true. And I was like, well, God, is you telling me that maybe this is what I need to have? Is you telling me it's time? Because I told God when the time is right, I'll do it. But I wanted to heal. I've been through too much. It was time to heal. And 2 years later, this man came out the blue. They say he comes when you're not looking. So I said, maybe this is it for me, Let me get this man a chance. And he wasn't my type. I no shade, no tea. He wasn't my type. But they told me, I don't know if you see all the time, they say, stop picking your type. Your type is what's hurting you. Stop choosing your type. So I said, let me not choose my type. Let me give him a shot. Let me help him dress. Let me help him smell good. Let me make him, let me up him, And it was good. It was good for a little while.
In the dating phase, how long was that dating phase?
It was a year and a half. 2023 in August. 2023 in August. He proposed in 2024 on my birthday. And he kind of ruined my birthday for me now, actually, now that I say that. But
now I think there was also I think there was a pretty big surprise you found out while you were dating him. So what were those things that popped up that you found out or discovered through that dating period?
Yeah, this girl, she came up and she told me, well, I looked at his phone actually. I don't know what I was looking for, but I don't know if you know about iPhones. It tell you what you had them saved under before. So it said maybe wife. I said, maybe wife? And yeah, the Cancer in me, I'm a Cancer. I contacted her. He was asleep. He always snoring in sleep. That's when I do it. So I asked him, say, hey, what's going on? Are you the ex-wife? She said, the ex-wife? I'm the wife. I said, the wife? He's married? He
Wow.
said, he don't want to give me a divorce. And I had her on speaker. I said, I hit him. Wake up and listen to this. Like, what you mean you married? You know? You married. I said, I don't play those games. I don't play with married men. Like, do you understand what could happen to me? Like, you see that I'm focused. I'm content. I'm being strong. I'm dealing with a sickness. I'm strong. I got kids, and you're married. So I did. I told him he had to go, and that was the first time I was officially done. But he showed up on my doorstep like a week later, showing me that they're going to get a divorce, crying, and said, we can go to God about this. And it's like, yes, I took him back. Yes, I took him back. You know, as long as that divorce was pending, you was gonna do it, you did. He said they went to dinner, they talked about it, and he told me that she cheated on him, she had a baby on him. He just wanted to be loved. That's what, and I asked her, I said, so did this happen? She said, I sure did, but ask him how he did me. He did me, so I did him. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe he just deserved. Let me see the better in him. You know, let me just see the better.
So even though you caught him really in a marriage, and now you found out you're dealing with this married man, he comes back. He begs forgiveness. He said, "Let's take this thing to God." I mean, at any point did you think, "Hey, this is probably going to end up the exact way that his last relationship ended"?
Probably, but honestly, at that stage, those red flags was looking green. I was definitely colorblind. Like I said, it's been a while since I even dealt with someone, and I love the fact that he was loving me. He was there for me, and that's all that I ever wanted, ever wanted. I don't care about the money, nothing. The fact that you was loving me, I will do this with you. I will be with you. And I talked to her. She said she had a man, and it was official. And I had her send me the papers that the divorce was signed. She sent it to me. It was dated and stamped, and they had to wait 60 days.
And in retrospect, when you think about that time in you guys' relationship, do you think that his intent was to take advantage of you emotionally?
Now that I'm looking back on everything, yes, absolutely. When I'm looking at everything that I provided. I should have paid attention to the fact that he was with his mom, and I had a nice cozy home. I had a nice good car, and I was doing good for myself. I just should have looked at that, you know. But I didn't think, oh, this guy, he a little dorky. He love Goku, you know. He ain't going. He ain't trying to use me. And then he did have a good job. He couldn't keep it, but he did have a good job. You know, he had no record. I'm like, you know what? Coming from my background, I didn't been beat, and you know what? I don't know what I could say on here, but I done been through it. So that was actually decent for me. You know, I can say it was settling now that I'm thinking about it, but it was better than what I had.
By the way, you can say whatever you need to say. So
it's hardly initiated.
Don't even worry about not being able to say what you want to say. But what I gotta ask you, what I want to ask here also, was that the only partner that you discovered that he was cheating with or dealing with during the dating phase?
No, I wrote a list. I could tell you the date. We actually skipped to the wife. Before her, it was actually October 2023. It was a Saturday. I remember this stuff like it was yesterday. I just, and I'm calling his phone, and ladies, I'm gonna just say this: when you feeling it, go with it. Cause I felt it every time he was with another woman. I felt it. I didn't want to believe it. And he would make it seem like it's me. He would say, "You acting crazy. You're this," And then when the girls come out, they're like, "Oh, he told me y'all wasn't cool. He told me you was crazy." And actually, it's funny to say when all this stuff started happening, these same women reached out to me in my messenger. "I'm so sorry this is happening." And I politely said, "Hey, you are part of the problem too. I don't need your sorry."
Wow.
How many women was it?
It's a total of 13.
And this is not including the ex-wife.
Not including the ex-wife. That's the one he really loved, if you ask me. His mama would tell me all the time. He loved her. He loved her. He don't love you.
So it was 13. So just to be clear, 13 women plus the ex-wife. and you pretty much forgave all of that moving into the marriage.
Yes. When we went to the pastor, I remember I told you, he said, let's go to God. God brought up the story about Abraham and Sarah. How the pastor said how Abraham said that was the sister, and she prayed for her husband, and he changed for her, and I got to forgive. And, if I can forgive my rapist, why can't I forgive this man?
Wow.
And I still have to see my rapist to today. He's at family unit. He's in the family, So I figure, why not forgive this man as long as you don't play with God? He promised me he ain't gonna play with God.
First of all,
Very, very sorry to hear that.
I don't like when you people try to use a Bible verse to justify the BS. And I think as a pastor, you could really know, and men, period. I'm gonna just say men, because I'm sure it was a male pastor, right?
Yeah.
I'm
But I
pretty
love
sure
my pastor, y'all.
you could look. I'm not dissing your pastor, but what I do know is that if I know it's a brother that just came to me and was like, yeah, man, I just knocked off about 13 women and was dealing with my ex-wife, and this woman, should I move forward and get married?
Right.
I'm like, bro,
you're not ready.
It's not that season, right? Right now, this is not that season.
Right.
I'm not gonna look you in your eyes as a woman that gotta potentially be thrown in this situation, pull a Bible verse where some ratchetry went down, and say, see how they made it through? You can too. That just to me is disingenuous. But that's not. I digress.
Well, and this is a thing, because I guess everybody's appetite is a bit different. But KEKE, when I hear 13 women you cheating with, I'm thinking, the lengths that you have to go to hide something like this, like the cravings that you have to have, and managing 13 different women that you have in sexual relations with. That's in my opinion, that's on the levels of being insatiable. Looking back on it, do you think there was possible some sexual addiction on his end there?
I don't know, because some of the women say that he was just a trick. And I'm gonna be honest, I should have recognized that flag, because when I met him, I don't know if I mentioned, he paid my car note. I didn't even know you that long. I should have treated him as such, but that's not me. That's not me. If I see somebody being nice, it makes me want to love on you and be nicer to you versus take advantage. That's just how I am. Like, you know what? Let me be the one that's different. Every other woman is using you. Let me show you love. And he admitted, like, he never got love. His mama never told him that he loved her. And I believe him, because she don't. She call him B's. She call him H's. She's such an aggressive creature. So I'm like, let me show you what love is. Let me try to give you this love. Because honestly, why I put up with it is because before him, I didn't put up with nothing. You do one little thing wrong to me and I'm done. And I was dating for so long. I was by myself. And every time I try to go on a date, dudes would tell me, you're going to be alone by yourself, because how you tripping on the little stuff? And I had to tell myself that maybe I am being a little bitter. Maybe I need to give these men more chances. It shouldn't be one and done with me. I should give them a chance. And that's just how I felt.
Well, and she mentioned the packaging too was different. Because he was packaged a bit different. She thought, and let me know if I'm mistaken, it sounds like you thought, hey, he's not a threat to take you down this road.
Nope.
And let me tell you, first of all, we all can, from the highlights, and that's why social media is highlights, y'all. But it definitely looks like some forgiving went down, because a very popular video in the stories that you have been chronologically putting out, and I think this actually was your friend, put out a wedding video. Matter of fact, let's all take a look at that, because that was another video that gained a ton of popularity. I'll play that clip for us so we can actually get a peek at that moment.
Why's the phone turned to the side? I'm sorry. Why would he call me? I'll never call. He was good.
chats and let us know if there's something that we missing here. But obviously, I think we're doing a good job. But the initiatives can sometimes cover angles that we might not see. So if you guys got questions, please take time, send over your super chats. We'll make sure to read those while KEKE, aka the cruise ship lady, is getting ready to come back and join us while she fixes her phone. Shout out to Nicole, by the way, member for 27 months. Triple OG says the boys are back in town.
Ryan, we can't hear Tyshawn and Ryan. Did we get it right? Is it hot mics?
Hot mics.
Can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's back. They said it's back.
Okay, it's back. Good. The boys are back in town. Shout out to Nicole for sending over that super chat. As a matter of fact, Nicole, I will make sure that I retrieve that sound because I really like that sound. We're going to add that to the show. And shout out to Practition Her. Kevin Samuels played that when his likes were low. We're going to grab that sound too, Practition Her. But KEKE is back. Okay, KEKE, listen.
So KEKE,
you
we
scared us
thought
for a second.
Yeah, we thought that video set it off for you.
People calling.
Okay.
If my phone is on D&D, I don't know how they getting through. But
all they got to do is double call. Check this out.
Oh, okay.
So check this out. At that, that moment, just so we can get timelines right. 2.5 years dating, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We watched that moment, the wedding moment that you guys put online that caught a lot of wind.
Now I want to say that was about 48 million views.
Right.
Touched that specific video, if I'm not mistaken. So this is
on one platform.
I mean, yeah, 50 million people. I mean, that's crazy.
How long were you guys married?
7 months. It's March 23rd. So where we at now? Yep, 7 months.
Now you mentioned that cruise moment happened when you guys were already married, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This was it was October the 6th we left.
Okay.
Carnival Breeze.
Real quick, guys.
1 second.
They want to play the video back.
Oh, okay, so
this
what happened. So this what happened. Be patient with us, KEKE. What happened was the phone cut out, the sound stopped. To give you guys context, this is actually happier times at the wedding. And that's what we're gonna roll the video. We're gonna actually roll a video of the wedding. That if this young lady is currently still tight friends with this young lady, if I'm not mistaken, KEKE.
Y'all want the truth?
Yes.
Okay. This was my nail lady. I feel weird about her doing that because she asked me for permission, but I didn't respond to 2 hours later, and she already posted it. I said, well, why didn't you wait on me? Oh, I know famous people. I don't want clout off your name. I said, well, can you do my nails at least? Because you know me. I can't do no free nails. I'm like, but you my friend. And this the most she ever called me. She have not called or texted me through this whole time. Matter of fact, if y'all look back, I went to Mexico by myself. She stood me up. She's supposed to went with me. You always standing me up, but you was so quick to post that video.
Wow.
So that's not my friend. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that, KEKE. And that
I gotta find a new nail person now, and I don't like that because she is cold with it. No shade, no tea. She can do it, but that was just weird to me.
Nah,
and this is not me. My nails, my hair. Come on.
That's
I got people that don't know me offering to help me out, and you know me, but you're supposed to be my friend. You can't do me a free little. I just wanted some small almonds.
Listen, I understand because I looked at that page. I wish we had the screen share because I looked at the page, and this is not a page that gets engagement like that. I think
she wants the engagement. She wants it. But it's crazy because I'm always adding her. A couple people went to her, but like I said, I've been a content creator. A couple people went to her, and you still never offered me no deal. Wow. But that's just not, like I said, I'm not about money, but they ain't no mess over me now.
Listen, that might be part 2. We got to talk about what really happens with your circle when you go viral. But
you're going to need a part 2, 3, 4, 5 with me.
Already,
baby,
listen.
This stuff ain't stopped.
Man, so let's take a look at that video to give the initiate some context.
So check it out.
And I'm gonna read the caption on that. I was literally there for one of her happiest moments. Never imagined this would be the story months later. Life be lifing for real. Sending love and strength to sis.
There it is. You communicated that on that cruise ship, intimacy had already dropped. So it wasn't really much touching, much kissing, much hugging. And this is really throughout the marriage, sex, all of those things now, all somewhat dissipated. Is that, did that start around the time of the cruise trip, or did that literally start right at the moment you guys got married?
A honeymoon. 5 days in DR, and I think he touched me twice. And it was quick. And he's not a quick person. No, he ain't a quick person. But he said it's because the stuff that his mama did at the wedding that messed with his mental. So he was just in his phone the whole time. Matter of fact, that's when I found out he had 2 phones. Yeah.
Wow. And what Keke is like, man.
I'm confusing about. Wait, that was.
I feel stupid. I ain't gonna lie.
You said what his mom did. What did his mom do at the wedding?
Oh, well, we had everybody state vows that they would stay out of our relationship, that they would, I'm sure y'all seen it trending. And when they said, should I do this? The mama screamed, no, I ain't staying out of nothing. Then fast forward when it was time for people to, what's the word? I'm sorry. When, do anybody see any of these couples that don't want to be married? She tried to stand up, but her daughter pushed her down. And yeah, she had on all black at my wedding too, like it was a funeral. So I was already mad about that. I'm at the altar trying to keep it cool. Fast forward to the reception. She said she gonna hit me with the cane. So at this point, I had two lemon drops. I need to leave. I'm turned. Now I said, hit me with it, B. Hit me with it. Damn. And all she could hear, she called me a beach. She called me a beach. Girl, this is my wedding day. So the officers, because we had 2 officers, because my wedding was pretty big, they escorted her and the sister out. Because now my whole family trying to fight y'all. What did y'all think this was?
So the wedding essentially popped off. And
did it?
Now you on vacation. You in the DR. I mean, listen, I'm not married, but I would imagine after the wedding, the DR, every day is supposed to be.
It should. I was ready. I had a wax. I had lingerie. I even set up rose petals when he walked in the door. I had the wine. I had strawberries. He only stayed in the tub with me for like 2 minutes. I said, you know what? Let me drink this whole bottle in. Talking about it's hot. Of course the jacuzzi is hot. I just stayed in there and just enjoyed myself. I walked around. See, I'm a solo person. I learned to love myself a long time ago. Well, I thought I loved myself, because you don't love yourself if you allow a man to do this, I don't know. That's just how I feel.
So was it, okay, so now moving into this, because I mean, that's a strange drop off, because to, pretty much be intimate, generally an intimate person all up until the honeymoon, and the honeymoon literally be the moment you just completely stop, is a strange behavior. Did you find out that there was also infidelity that dripped into your marriage as well, or did that part at least cease?
No, I didn't. I stopped going through his phone. The second phone, I was really bitching about that a lot. And he's like, oh, it's just because of my son's phone. His son was 17 at the time. Oh, I just need the 2 lines. He can't have a line by himself. That's just what it was. And I'm like, when you gonna cut this phone off? And he never did. So
there you go. You here with us, Keke. Okay, so
man, a lot being unloaded right now. This is like, we got to let that breathe a little bit. I'm just blown away. Keke, at this point, I mean,
I am too.
All these things. And shout out to you, by the way. I don't even know how you coming up here and communicating all this and able to kind of to keep emotionally steady. But at this point, you done with vacation, all these crazy things that happened. The guy got 2 phones. Are you thinking that you need to get out of this, or are you thinking that it's time for you to get out of this before it gets deeper than it already is?
No, because I already got into church, and from my understanding, a divorce is a no-no. If there's no infidelity, a divorce is a no-no. I just wanted to do the right thing. Like I said, I've been through so much in life. I don't want to disappoint God no more than I ever did. I don't. And my honestly, to me, I was okay with settling for the rest of my life. But God had other plans for me. But I was okay. I was actually making okay with not having sex for the rest of my life. I got me some toys. I said, this is what it is. I was okay. That's the decision I made. When I said my vows, that's what I made. I had to stick with it. I wasn't trying to play no games with nobody. I brought all my family and friends. You know, I was looking at it like I was a disappointment to everybody. Everybody came to love and support me, and they gave us gifts. If anything, I felt bad, like, dang, I need to give these people these gifts back. I just had to stick it out. I just had to stay with them.
So I want to keep moving up until now, because some people were actually even concerned about you today. And from what was communicated, I think even these past couple weeks have been extremely turbulent. Because correct me if I'm wrong, your babies, they're not even with you right now, right?
No.
Okay, so we recently lost. Did you fully lose custody of the babies within the past few weeks?
So I can talk about it now because it's done now. I had to give a full guardianship. That's the only way that I felt like I could beat CPS. Because like I said, it's not my first rodeo with someone calling CPS on me. So I officially signed over full guardianship. They're safe. They're with my father and my grandmother. I really call my grandma my mom. And I sent money. I sent everything they need. I gave all the insurance cards. It was just the only thing to do because I didn't know if I can trust him to, because this is still an open case. So I didn't know if I can trust him to have my back. So I had to think about my babies. No, I don't. I didn't want that. But how could you take something from me if I don't have them? How could you take my babies if they're in a safe place, they're in a better place? Because I know what they're going to do. They're going to bring up my mental. They're going to bring up me crashing out. They're going to bring up me being a content creator. So I had to think smart. So while that's happening, I was on my next move.
And you know what? This is the thing, because I want to provide full context of this, because we showed where you were excited about having this union and having family and friends at this wedding, but you went live a couple of times, and correct me if I'm wrong, would you consider a couple of your lives as a crash out?
All the time. All the time. People, matter of fact, do you know how many friends and family tell me to stay off of social media? And I have never done it. And I'm here to say I'm glad I did it. Because now I'm finna help every woman out there that's going through with this. I'm happy I didn't listen to y'all. I'm happy I put my business out there. Oh, well. I'm not, I'm unapologetic about it. Yeah, actually, if anything, this saved my life.
Wow. And I wanna give the initiates context in just a moment. Shout out to Couture Leotard, says, sis, you can love yourself and love God. God wants you to follow him completely. We can't control other people's behavior. Couture, I completely agree with that. Shout out to Tally and Twine Watch Company, our preferred watch company. I'm embarrassed to show the watch I got on right now because I literally 99% of the time watch rock Tally and Twine, who just has the most creative watches in the game. Let's just be real. And it's black on. Shout out to my brothers over there. But and I also want to go back to the conversation because I want to show this video. And I'm gonna be honest with you, KEKE, I was let's just say extremely apprehensive about showing this video, but I think it's important to capture the raw emotion here, especially because when things like this happen to you, you can absolutely get emotionally unraveled. You've been so courageous to share, bits and pieces, really your entire testimony. So I do want to give the initiates context in what a situation like this can actually do to a person emotionally. So Delano, could you have us take a look at that video really quickly?
I am a certified crash out. I talked to him today. I talked to him. He said, it's all my fault. I'm to blame. He said I should never did all that. He's right. I should never did that. It's my fault. He said, Why the fuck did I crash out? He said, why did I should never did that, y'all. I go to social media and I post. He got to be stopped. He asked me, bet you won't go on there and show them who you really is. This is who I really am, y'all. He said, I should be celibate for years. He said, I don't never need to be with another man again because I let a man make me feel like this.
KEKE, what was happening during these moments here?
So I don't even remember saying all that. When I think about it, he always do this to me. He always hurt me, and then he tell me how it's my fault, and then I believe it. Like maybe if I didn't nag a little bit, maybe if I stopped posting so much on social media, maybe if I just stopped doing things, he'll be okay with me. And that's just how I felt at that moment. I was serious about that apology. Like, I'm sorry for being me. I felt so sorry for being myself. I felt like it was the end of the world. And why did God make me who I am? Why couldn't I be somebody else? Like, a man can bring you all the way up, and then he can just tear you down, and you feel like nothing, all because of a man. And it's just, I don't mean that apology though. Forget them. I'm good. I mean, I think I'm good. I don't know,
Now,
but I'm
now,
gonna be okay.
now listen, I actually
You are
got,
gonna be okay.
We got
Absolutely.
we gotta we actually have an expert that's gonna come up here and dig into and give us a really good perspective just briefly here. I want you to just give some context on what happened today, because you went live today. I was very concerned. I really couldn't make out what was happening. I did see you. It looks like you were crying and around some police cars. Did anything? Is the relate because these, I know how, especially when you get into the place of considering divorce, things just get a little nasty. What's happening right now? Is the relationship getting violent?
So yes, but what I did was I tried to play it smart. I didn't tell him I was getting divorced. I tried to tell him like, hey, we just need to separate. He don't know this last week, and I'm only talking about this because I'm gonna tell you why. But I've been looking for apartments every day. I've been looking for apartments. It's been so bad. So when I walk into these apartments, they know me from TikTok. Like, they're hugging me. Like, come stay here. We got you. Come stay here. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it quietly. I'm gonna wait till he's Ubering. I told him he could use my car to make as much money he want. I'm gonna go to the front office. I'm gonna pay a relenting fee to get out of here. My plan was to do everything quietly. But he knew it. He knew that something was weird because I locked him out for 7 days. Had to let him come back because, again, this is still his home. So I'm in a room. I parked my refrigerator, my mini refrigerator in the room. I brought my microwave in the room, and I locked the door. And I said, I just need some space. I still love you. You know what we do to try to, like, brush a man's soul just so he don't go from 0 to 100. Like, I was trying to do it quietly. And today I was getting my medical treatment. I get a treatment once a month. I have a disease. I was getting my treatment. I had the veins in me. I had the needles in me. And he come up there, and somebody made a fake page of me and an ex from 3 years ago kissing. And he said, oh, so that's why you going. You going to be with a man. I went in my phone. I went to show him the same hair, the same look. I said, hey, look, see, this was in 2023. This was right when we had broke up, right when you had told me to move on my life. You know about this situation. I told you. And he was like, I was like, can I have my car keys? Because I'm like, I got to go get ready for this interview. So my sister told me, don't do that interview in that house. He getting violent. Come to my house. She getting everything ready for me. I said, hey, can I get the keys? I'm going to go get something to eat. I haven't eaten in like 2 days. Hey, I can send you some food. I can send you some food. And I'm like, no. I just want to go get something, get a little drinky drink, no. And my nurse is here. I'm like, be quiet. My nurse is here. She can report this. Like, just stop. Like, he didn't. He didn't. It got to the point where I went outside and he locked me out. It felt like deja vu again from the crash out. He locked me out and I'm trying to get in. So when I try to get in, that's when he started putting his hands on me. He came outside. He had a knife in his hand. And what happened, what saved me was my neighbors were standing outside. And he was like, I don't give a. And he was coming to me and he seen him and he said, opened his eyes and went back in the house. And then, of course, I'm emotional. I'm going behind him. That's stupid. Why am I going behind somebody who just try to stab me? I know. But I just like, give me my keys. Just give me my keys because they calling the cops. I don't want you to go to jail. I don't. I don't want to send a black man to jail. And I don't want to, I don't want, I don't want that. He wasn't listening. He wasn't. And basically he went out the back door and he ran. He was punched, like he was when I tried to get in, he was punching me down to the ground. I know I'm smiling, but I think that's just how I deal with stuff. I don't know. But he punched me down to the ground and I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to get in. I'm just like, just give me the keys. I'm sorry. Here I go apologizing again. I don't know what's that mean, but I'm apologizing. I said, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you. Just trying to calm him down. You lying. But this was not him. He never really did nothing like this. But I don't know, maybe it's because he really felt like I was done this time. Maybe because he knew like it's no more he can do to me. It was enough. I can't. Like every time I even think about forgiving him, I go back and look at the messages and them comments. And it makes me strong. And I say, I'm leaving. I'm leaving this man. I'm leaving. And he just, I guess he knew it. He ran from the cops, took my keys. And the cops, let me tell you how God works, y'all. He don't know that our lift is connected. So I got a lift. I got a message to my phone. The cop is standing right here. It say, Brandon is in the lift. The cops seen that and took my phone and they started chasing him. Started chasing the Lyft driver. And he's in jail right now. And I haven't processed it because this was 20 minutes before the interview. So I had to come on here. I had to keep my word to you. I had to keep my word to everybody. Because I really want everybody to know that when you feel the pain and you feel like it's you, it's okay. You still gotta leave because I feel like everything is my fault. I feel like I'm gonna get blamed for him being in jail. I'm gonna get blamed for this, and I never wanted it to happen this way. I was trying to leave quietly, and I'm still here. I'm showing up for y'all because I need y'all to show up for yourselves because that's just what a toxic man can do. And I'm starting to realize what he were. I'm starting to see his true colors.
That's a lot, KEKE.
Yeah, and
that's a lot.
Wow, he's in jail.
And the people are asking in the chat, yes, this did happen today. In fact, I think she even said 2 hours before the interview. And by the way, I wasn't even sure what happened because I literally had spoke to you, KEKE, before.
20 minutes before the interview.
20 minutes. So
the cop literally just brought me my keys before I signed on, and my neighbors helped me do something to myself because this is all I can give y'all. It's a little natural.
Now, KEKE, thank you. And initially, listen, y'all in the chat, y'all saying a lot of things. We want y'all to be just as much a part of this as us. I want you to send over your direct questions for KEKE, okay? And to give you context, guys, I want to be very clear about what we're doing here. This is a new segment. Y'all got to let us know if we should continue, but ain't no way, okay? That's what we're doing. This is where we get the backstory behind some of the biggest viral testimonies. We hear from the people actually involved. This is KEKE, the cruise ship lady. This is the person that's going viral for her testimony that we've heard so much tonight. And this is also where we bring on an expert for honest perspective on how, anyone can end up in these situations and really how to stay out of these situations.
Absolutely. So now that's what we're going to do next. Because what I want to do, by the way, KEKE, thank you so much. I want to bring another voice into this conversation, a voice that I trust, a voice I think that all of the real initiates of this platform now trust. This woman is a powerful counselor, somebody that has had some of the most memorable episodes here on Hardly Initiated, even has done some personal work in my lives and even many of the initiates. We bringing on my sister, Tara Body. Welcome to Hardly Initiated. What's up, Tara? How you doing back there?
What's up, Tara?
Hey, guys. Hey, KEKE.
Hi.
Let us breathe. Okay? Let us breathe. Sister, breathe. All I'm hearing is trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma. Baby girl, we gotta pause. Girl, we gotta pause. I'm talking to you like a sister in Christ. Hear me. It's not about the platform right now. I'm talking to you sister to sister. Your mental health and your physical health is in jeopardy if you don't pause. I need you to breathe. You are a real person going through some real things, and we got to have some real solutions so we don't lose you. I know you think you got it under control, but the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And if you don't pause, you have not seen the worst of this if you do not pause. I'm trying to help you. I hear these stories all the time. I hear it all the time. You are very brave to come here because your story is not just going to heal you, but it's going to heal some other people. But I need you to listen to me. God does not want this for you. He would have never brought this to you. But you're going to have to use the tools that he gives his children to protect ourselves. You're going to have to pause. I know the way your emotions are going and real, and you want to go out on social media. I know that's where you want to be because you want to do something. I know it's because you want to do something, because you're reeling. But to save your life, I need you to pause. I will personally talk to you after this. I'm going to have the guys give you my information because, honey, you got to pause for a second and evaluate where you are and where you're going. You are a mother. You have children. Your mother. And you have to consider the generational damage that what's happening is going to do if you don't pause and get what you need during this time. You're going to have to. Now, I can tell you from listening to you, I can tell I've been listening the whole time. Where you are is not your fault. When you tell me about childhood trauma, your rape has still been in your family. That's PTSD, is trauma that has caused the mental blockages and the way you make decisions because those people did not protect you. And because they didn't protect you, you're not protecting yourself. They didn't protect little KEKE. They did not. And they still had that person around you, and they're disrespecting your value. But now you are the adult that has to protect her. And if you don't protect her, you're going to lose your whole self. You're going to lose. So you need some help, some counseling. You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to do that. You need to be strengthened. You need support. And you need to be talking to the right people. But it ain't going to happen on social media. They're going to rip you apart. It's going to make it worse. It's not going to make it better. All those demonic spirits and everybody weighing in is going to mess with your mental. It's going to give you an anxiety attack. It's going to stress you out and stroke you out. I need you to pull off social media after this. I really do. You want to talk? Talk to me. But we got to pause this, right? I'm just telling you. Hear what the Holy Spirit is saying to you today.
No.
Your life is not entertainment. You have a real life and a purpose by the Father that loves you. He loves you. And if you want to use your life to help other women, then you get healing and you help from a healed place. When we help from a healed place, we can give people actual instructions on how to deal with their situations, get healing, and come out of it. Okay. You can do that. You're strong. But you got to do it healed. Otherwise, you'll bleed all out here in the public and people will take advantage of it. So I don't want that for you.
And Tara, I really want to ask a question here because a lot of ladies because I did a lot of research on this conversation before we got into it, And a lot of women, they've had many of these same experiences. That's why I think she's getting so many millions of views on so many different platforms, because even though you're describing it as blood, everybody bleeding. So everybody can see themselves in this situation. I want to talk to this part here because this is not the first time we've talked about this on Hardly Initiated. But why would a woman, talk to me about this part in particular, because I think this is a really big part of the story, because we didn't have to get to this point in marriage. It looks like we could have caught this in dating. Because why, when would a woman who's experienced infidelity at that level, who's experienced seeing a man be dishonest about having a wife, move forward with marriage anyway? What does that tell us? And not even just about KEKE, but any woman that might subject herself to that. What would that say?
Yes, it's many women, many men and women subject themselves to cruelty. It doesn't matter. It's not a red flag for them when they've been receiving this from their family their entire lives. It's not a red flag. So when people say, oh, they're foolish and why would they do that? Well, you're not living their truth and their reality. When a person is undervalued in their home as a child, there is no value in which to measure how other people treat them. There is none. Our parents give us value. They affirm us. They tell us who we are. They tell us what not to accept. And then they treat us in a way where if anybody's treating us anything opposite of that, we actually are like, what's happening? When your parents are loving you and strengthening you and constantly affirming you and telling you who you are, anybody that does something opposite of that is going to be a red flag. Because you're going to say, I ain't never been spoke to like this. Not by my mother, not by my father. No one has ever treated me like this, undervalued me like this, dismissed me like this, neglected me like this. But when you are treated like that, it becomes commonplace for you. And see, God has given us a security system in which to protect us. Every human being is born with 5 senses. I see, I touch, taste, smell. We have 5 senses in which to view the world and see what everybody is doing. If I see something running towards me, if I see a car driving towards me, I see it, I can move because I'm in danger. I smell smoke, I'm gonna get out the house because I know it's on fire. I touch a stove and I know it's hot, I'm gonna move away my hand. I hear something coming for me, I know to leave. But when I grow up in trauma, my security systems begin to shut down, those things that keep me safe. When somebody harms me and then another person says, it ain't that bad, you all right, that ain't hurt. Oh, that's not what they meant. Oh, that's not what you feel. Then you start to question your own security systems. Now, when I see something, I don't even trust what I'm seeing, that this is danger. So I see the text messages and nothing in my security system says, danger, remove yourself. I see behaviors and nothing says danger because my parents or the people around me shut down all of my security. So I don't even know to remove myself from negative situations. And this is why, y'all, we cannot be out here in the world dating without the Holy Spirit. Because when your security systems are shut down, you need the Holy Spirit to bring discernment. This is when you pray and say, God, protect me from the things I don't see and the things I don't know. God, I'm not sure of my decisions. I need you to make them for me. So then we read the word of God. We obey what he says about not sleeping with people before we're married so that we can stay sober. Testing the fruit of people. When your security systems are down, his is not. Many of us have grown up in trauma. We need to stay close to the Father. He is the best security system. Brinks ain't got nothing on him. He is the one that gives you discernment. He's the one that lets you find out stuff. He does it for you to protect you. He says, baby, I'm going to make sure you find out. Now, when you find out, what you going to do, baby? Because I made sure you found out today because you weren't looking. and you couldn't see it. And then he'll bring other people to tell you. He'll say, okay, you're not hearing me. Let me bring somebody to actually voice it to you. So we have to have community. Because then community will say, sis, that ain't it. Not him. You're more valuable. But if we don't have that community, so if we miss discernment from God, our security systems are shut down. We don't have godly community around us that we take advice and counsel from. We are slaughter for the wolves. I don't care how much you are Christian. You are slaughter for the wolves. Tashawn, it's not that they're doing this on purpose. It's just the way you raise up a child. And if you don't give them these skill sets, if you don't put it there, they don't. Tiki didn't even know to even say this is all bad. And even if it's bad, she's still saying maybe this is what's best for me. The security system at Dollar Tree ain't the same as the security system at Macy's. When you low value yourself, you don't even put up the proper securities because you say, I'm not worth securing. I don't have to put all those things that I just put in place. I don't have to put them in there because there's nothing valuable here to secure. But when you value yourself, you put in all those things that I said, because you said, I'm too valuable to go down. I'm too valuable for somebody to steal my purpose. I'm too valuable for somebody to sabotage all that I have worked for, all that I have built, all that God has done through me. You put those things in place because you say, I am of value. I can't be around everybody. I can't deal with everybody. See, the way you were acting, KEKE, when you were single and you said, I'm cutting these folks off, that was the way to be. It really was, because you don't accept everybody when you are high value. But then you have to wait on the Lord and say, God, I'm showing you my security systems are working. They're coming back. God, watch me. I know the people in my life, that they put my value down, but watch me, God, I'm valuing myself. I'm knocking them out, God. I'm not taking just anybody, God. And he said, okay, baby, I'm still going to keep giving you some experience so you can keep doing that. So people are going to come. And he's going to watch you knock them folk off one by one and say, that ain't it, that ain't it. And he said, okay, baby, your discernment is up. And then a big wolf come, because he said, here go one. And what you going to do with this one? And y'all got to keep knocking them off. Y'all can't be lonely to the point y'all don't keep knocking these people back. It's better to be alone. It's better to be alone. KEKE, you were doing just fine before he came, right?
Yes.
You were doing just fine. You were on a good path. Yes. I want some of my single sisters to understand right now, you're on a good path and the devil's mad. He wants you to mess up. He wants to come and sabotage you. Keep knocking these wolves back.
Tara.
Keep knocking them back. Yes, Tashawn.
Tara, thank you so much for that. Man, I mean, that security system analogy, that one hit different. Because I'm asking questions about the genesis of that relationship and how to avoid these things. There's a lot of women probably literally watching this live right now and are in a full-blown relationship with a man who's already in a full-blown relationship or in a marriage with some kids. In your professional opinion, can any relationship, healthy relationship, be birthed out of infidelity?
Great question.
You're dealing with a low character man. I need y'all to understand when you're dealing with low character people. Man that would cheat on his wife and children is low character. I don't care what's going on in their house. The response is not to be unfaithful. He will always make up an excuse to cheat because he is a low character, lustful, whorish man. A man that would cheat on his wife with you is low character. The issue with a lot of women, and I'm not saying this about you, is that women, they'll find out this man is married, but she will assume he's with me because I'm better than his wife in some way. It's something she's not doing that I'm doing, something she isn't that I am, and that's rooted in pride. Instead of realizing it's not about you being better than that woman in any particular way. This is just a lustful man, period. It has nothing to do with you. Lustful cheaters just look for women that are willing to sleep with them. It's not about you being better than his ex. He cheated on her too, and probably cheated on a woman before that and before that. But women, and this is how women get pulled in, because something says he is choosing me over another woman. And we don't just look at the man, because we stay in competition a lot of times with women. So we don't look at the man and say, this is a low character man, period, that would do this to his wife and kids. And he's not going to hold me at any high regards. If he's willing to cheat on the mother of his children, that didn't mean nothing to him. It didn't mean anything to him. So then you also didn't mean anything to him. And then he's trying to gaslight you and make you think it's you, just like he did it with her. And he'll do it with any woman he's around. Because he's selfish. He's self-centered. He doesn't like women. You're telling me the relationship he has with his mom? Y'all ladies got to watch out dating men who do not like their mother. They hate women. They really do. They pull women in because they're looking for the nurturing they didn't receive from their mother, but then they also hate women, so they don't mind hurting. They don't mind hurting that woman because they're hurting their mother in a way. They don't think women are of any value. They don't like women. So they're going to use you for your nurturing, use you for your giving, use you for your serving, because that's what they wanted from their mom. But then they're going to turn around and fully abuse you. And I need y'all to watch out for those type of men. They say how a man treats his mama is how he going to treat you. Yeah, I really do need y'all to understand. Some of these men, when you hear them dogging their mother, the one that birthed them, and they tell you, I can't stand her. And even if she's crazy, you better watch his response to her and the dialogue they have, because that's a lot of healing he got to go through before he can love you. It's a lot of healing. And KEKE, you need healing. You don't need to be out here dating anybody right now, because in your weakened state, that's when the devil comes. Yeah. He comes when we are lonely. He comes when we are needing something. He comes when we are losing something. We have lost something. He comes when your discernment is low, like a snake. And I did hear you admit, as you're telling your story, see, that's the thing about telling your testimony. You said, I should have saw that. I should have saw that. You know what? I did see that. See, God is not unfaithful. God is the only faithful one we can really count on. We can't count on people. God is always faithful to protect you and be there for you. But we get with unfaithful people, and then sometimes we're unfaithful to our own integrity and the things we said we wanted. We said, I don't want nobody to treat me like that, but then we'll take them anyway. So it's not that God is unfaithful. We are unfaithful to our standards. Now, and we really have to, ladies, stop doing that.
Now, I want to get, some perspective from KEKE. And real quick, shout out to all the initiates joining us in the chat. We got 2,500 initiates in the chat. And I want y'all to do me a favor. Drop courage in the chat just to show KEKE how much we appreciate her for having the courage to come up here. And
acknowledge that poll, too. You just dropped the poll in there as well.
Also, initiates, I just dropped a poll. Have you ever dated a married man? Yes, I knew. Yes, I didn't know. And no, never. That's a poll. We already got, y'all are active tonight. We got over 400 votes on this poll already. I'll close it out just shortly. But again, drop courage in the chat just to show KEKE how much we appreciate her and love her for sharing her testimony with us. And KEKE, I know, and I hope, you absolutely okay with this. We just had to at least connect you with somebody we absolutely trust. Tara, she's one of the coaches. She's specifically the relationship coach for our High Life community. She also, obviously is the OG and mentor for both me and Tyshawn, her and her husband, Jason. But she actually, served as counsel for Tyshawn's pre-engagement. So this is somebody we absolutely trust. So I want to ask you, after hearing a bit of, what Tara has shared with all of us, you specifically, what do you think about what Tara is sharing with you right now?
I think she's absolutely right. Definitely with the no dating thing. I actually found it kind of like why is people even trying to talk to me at this moment? Come on now. Like, it's actually kind of offensive because now I know you literally just trying to catch me because I'm low. That is a awesome thing. I'm not dating. And healing, she's right. It's just healing hurts so much. Because you
It
have to
does.
bring up everything that you done put in the back of your head. And I be tired of crying. I know I'm a crybaby, but I be tired, you know? It just seems like
Kiki,
the more we
your
dig,
tears
the
are
more we
valid.
pick up.
Your tears are valid, though. You have things that you should have cried about. So don't let nobody tell you that you shouldn't be crying. You have been through things that tears are valid. And I know it's scary sometimes when you think about coming to counseling because you're like, I don't want to rehash, but the stuff is there anyway. What we do in counseling is we bring it to the surface, we deal with it, we reframe it for it, we give you a different perspective of it so you can then put it where it needs to go and get it out of your life because it's still there. It's like having a closet and you just keep pushing stuff in there and you never go clean out that closet. And so you'll have that one thing, Kiki, I'm telling you, there'll be one more thing you try to put in that closet and the whole thing will bust out. And that's where the crash out comes from. It's not just that thing that happened. It's all the things that we refuse to deal with. But when you're in a safe space with a counselor and we process it in a methodical way and we give you grace on each issue and say, sweetheart, that wasn't your fault. No, that wasn't your fault. No, sweetheart, this is where that person dropped you. This is where, and then we find ways to forgive people that hurt us. See, when I say healing, it's an understanding that will give you forgiveness so you can move forward. You're going to have grace for yourself and others because everybody broken.
Yeah.
And so I pray that you trust counseling, whether it's with me or somebody else, because you'll get to a version of yourself you've never met. And she's beautiful.
I'm
She's
ready.
beautiful. She's full of joy. You'll be like, I never even thought I could feel this way without somebody. I didn't even know that I could feel good from the inside out. I want that for you so bad.
I want
I do.
to Tara, this is a hard question. But this is another one I want to ask.
And Keke, thanks for being patient, by the way.
No, absolutely. Keke's really providing a testimony for us, but it's really a case study for us. For all the millions of all the thousands of women that are in this situation, because I hear women all the time, they get into these situations, these ratchet relationships over and over and over again. And sometimes one might be a little less ratchet than the other, but still keep running into the same outcomes. So this situation that Keke is experiencing right now, does this speak more of her character, where she truly needs to self-reflect, or can we say this is him? And I think there's some confusion on that, because in our culture, we quickly say niggas ain't ish. We quickly say it's a lot of F-boys out here, this and that. And we put the onus on the character of someone else. But when we get into relationships like this, is it that the character of these other people are so bad, or is this more so a reflection of our character? How should we be looking at these situations as they arise?
It is a piece of both, just to be honest with you, because yes, you have some people that use people. Absolutely. Let's be clear. You have some people that are instruments of wickedness in the lives of other people. They have demonic spirits. They are led by Christ. They are users. They are takers. So that's a real thing. Yes, you have some terrible men out there. The problem is the reason they're able to pull in women, or women keeps ending up with those same men, is because the woman needs healing. And she has to have a sense of self-value and self-awareness that she knows that she keeps getting attracted to this broken man. Because when you're broken, you will have grace in taking broken people. You just have a sympathy for broken people because you're broken. A broken person who hasn't been given the best in life and feels low value has this, it's just an unbalanced level of grace for people. It's to the point of no accountability for these people, allowing them to do a bunch of stuff because you want to understand them. And I heard that in you. You were like, I understand he's going through this with his mom and he was crying about this. And so your compassion is your kryptonite. Because no matter what he going through, mama, don't make him treat you that way. One ain't got nothing to do with the other. How me having mama issues make me cheat on you? I think not. How about, how about my mama so terrible? I just met a woman that loved me. Wow, thank you, God. I met a woman that loved me. Now I got love that I never had from my mama. No, that's how a person with some sense thinks. They don't think, oh, my mama's terrible, and also let me wreck every woman I'm around. So sometimes the grace we give people is unbalanced. But you giving that grace because, well, I still make mistakes and I ain't got it all together. And you have some levels of insecurity about where you are. So maybe this is the best type of guy I can be with. And so now we're trauma bonded. We both messed up. We both jacked up. And we got a little drama, and that's what make us good. This is passion. We both ratchet. No. You say, sir, I'm gonna leave you over there in your brokenness. I'm gonna be a healed woman because I want a healed man. I'm gonna get my life together because those are the type of men I want to deal with. And then I'm gonna be able to deal with men and hold them accountable because I held my own self accountable for my healing. See, we got a lot of women going to counseling, getting strengthened, getting healing. Okay, so now date men who also did the same. Y'all, just because we women does not mean we have a higher sense of getting ourselves together than men. This is a personal issue that men and women have to say, I know I've been through something. I know I've been traumatized, and I went and got my healing. But I'm dealing with a lot of women going to get the healing, going to get the counseling, and still, no, Kiki, that's why you go get healed, because you can say, no, I want somebody who also went and got healed. I did it for myself, sir. Go do it for yourself. So we're not trauma bonded. We are two people working from a healed place in a beautiful relationship, because that's what I deserve for the work I just did on myself. I don't deserve trash when I didn't spend time and money doing all this work on me. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Tyshawn. Yes, we are attracting what we are because we have sympathy for it. We have grace for it to an unhealthy place. We don't want to trauma bond anymore, Kiki. You're going to keep bringing broken men into your life because you sympathizing, but this is not partnership. You can pray for him, maybe even be his friend, but not his partner, because he's going to rip you to shreds. He's going to rip you to shreds. Y'all don't need to be around these little pit bulls.
Yeah.
You know how you see a little broken dog and they in the corner and you're like, oh, little stray dog, I really feel sorry for. Go over there and try to feed him and watch him bite your hand. Watch him snap at you. And the Bible talks about not casting that which is holy before swine. And it said, don't give out the good stuff to the dogs because it'll tear you to pieces. I give you the scripture. I need y'all to get in your word. Holy people, stop casting your pearls to swine and dogs. The Bible said they will rip you to pieces. So that's what's happening. We got Christian women giving all their good and holiness to dogs and getting tore up. Y'all,
So Tara, hold on. Because first off, let me tell you, Keke, I can only imagine that you just got a lot right now running through your mind. So one thing I want to do, first off, for you coming up on here and allowing us to be able to share this moment with you, I want to just first show you some love right now. Everybody in the chat, drop the word love in the chat for my sister Keke right now. I want y'all to hold on because the initiation hotline is coming on in just a second. But man, Keke, listen, you got my personal contact information here. I absolutely want to make sure that I thought it was very important to make sure that we brought some counsel on in this situation, because I know you in the loudest space in the world right now, the internet.
Yeah.
With this testimony, and it's a lot of voices involved. So I wanted to make sure we brought the voice of reason in here to help you guide this thing. Is there anything that you want to go ahead and give some final thoughts before we let you know before you leave us here tonight?
I just really want every woman out there to know, like, you're not alone, and you don't have to be quiet. If you want to scream it to the top of your lungs, do it. Don't listen to the people that is in your ear. Don't listen to the person that is hurting you, trying to blame you. because it's not your fault. It's just not. Don't be quiet, and please just take everything you got from the back of your head and bring it to the front, because ever since I came on here screaming to y'all, I can feel somewhat of just a weight lifted off my shoulder, and I can only feel that it's going to get better. So I'm living with no regrets, and I'm here to tell my story.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, KEKE, for coming up on here and joining us here tonight. You are incredible. You are incredible. And obviously, all of us, the world, we will be tuning in. And who knows, we might invite you back up on here.
I'm sure we will.
For another update and follow up, because we want to keep in touch with you, okay?
Okay.
KEKE, listen, you have a great night, sweetheart, okay?
God bless you.
There you go.
God bless you, guys.
Tara, what's up with you? You got some You hanging out tonight, Tara?
I guess. What else y'all doing? It's late.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Man,
right?
I appreciate you too, Tara, man. KEKE's a soldier. She's literally has grown such a strong group of supporters, both ladies and fellas supporting her and really on this journey with us or with her. And I just think your perspective was incredible. We blessed to have you in our life, and I think that it was a blessing that you was able to share some wisdom with KEKE and the rest of the chat.
And honestly, she said something really powerful. I hope y'all caught it by community. All right, because that's what we did. What we did. If y'all ain't got no community, come over to the High Life. Listen, we smart over here. It's reasons I call Tara for situations like this, and I asked Tara to be my relationship coach in my community.
Right.
Because I know the kind of wisdom this woman has. I trust it. I trust it with myself. I trust it with my family, your family, in our High Life community. If you serious, y'all, about really mastering your relationships, stewardship, your mindset, come over with us. We got an incredible group of people that you're going to be doing it with, okay? And literally, the link is right in the description. You're talking about a community of people who are serious of really disciplining their life, bringing structure into their life, creating abundance and overflow in those areas that I just described. And we doing it together with many of the most powerful voices that y'all see here on the show. So I want y'all to come back there, check it out, and join us. But what we want to do now is we're going to actually transition to the initiation hotline.
Absolutely. And
That was good, Lono.
That was perfect. Shout out to you. Happy birthday again, Lono. Shout out to I want to close because I missed it. We're getting back in the rhythm.
We closing the poll, but we open it up for the hotline though, so you might want to keep it a little bit.
Well, let me close this one. Should a woman ever give up her day job to stay at home with the kids? I never dropped that one. That was 750 votes. So the initiatives was active on that.
Wow.
And we had yes, 52%. It's really split down the middle. No, 48%. So that right there is the fam. The initiative fan, we in limbo about that one. And then I had the second one, which I'm going to actually close right now. I'm going to close it right now. It's early, but it's 820 votes or 25 votes and still going on this thing. Have you ever dated a married man? Yes, I knew. Yes, I didn't know. No, never. We got, let's see here, just closed it. It's not popping up for some reason. But I want to say it was 20. Yeah, I'm not even going to say what it was. Here you go, right here. 70% of people, 68% of people said no, never. And then we got the rest of the remaining people say yes. So if you add those up.
19%, yes, I knew. 13%, yes. First of all, let me be honest. With 829 people, that's a lot of people saying yes.
Yeah, a lot of married men in multiple relationships.
First of all, so this is what we're going to do here, Tara, because I want to really talk about this tonight. Because that was connected to the beginning of her dating journey. The beginning of her dating journey was actually beginning the relationship with a man who was already married. And I'm not talking about just, having a little fling and getting out of it. No, it's like I was in this relationship. And she knew about it and kept it moving forward. And it's a lot of women in this now. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Because, ladies, this is what we are posing for the initiation hotline. If you are in any one of those yeses, whether yes, you knew it, or yes, you did not know it, I want you to click that link and come backstage here tonight.
And let me ask you this, because I want to get, I want to just make sure, because I know some people that could literally be in a situation like that right now.
Right now.
That want to come up and not only share, but want to get an opportunity to speak with Tara about your specific situation.
Right.
So, Tasha, I know we don't typically do this for the initiation hotline.
Yeah.
We are creating an anonymous hotline coming out soon. But are you open to people coming on anonymously?
Yes. So what that means and what that looks like, all you got to do is click the link. And it's a Zoom link, guys. Callinnow.com if you want to join in via your phone. Go to callinnow.com. Come backstage. Keep your camera off. And y'all can just come right on in. And we can hear you. And we can have a conversation.
Yep. And
okay?
Now, this is the thing. Of course, we're going to prioritize those people who have their camera on. Okay? So if you can afford to have your camera on, keep it on, but we will show love to our anonymous caller specifically for tonight, because I know this is just a very, very tricky situation.
And one of my sisters already is already coming backstage. Again, any woman that has been in a situation, and by the way, matter of fact, even the brother, I don't even want to. I don't even want to cut my brothers out.
I would love that. I would love for a brother who has been on the other side of things, and been a married man in a relationship with another woman,
or dealing with a married woman,
that
happens too.
Yeah, so either one of those, we absolutely open to that, because we want to get your perspective.
1000%. In fact, I think I think this sister here has kept her. She's actually keeping her camera off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and bring my sister up. That's backstage. With camera off. Can we go ahead and bring her on the stage here?
Let's do it.
Hey, sister, you there? You got to take yourself off mute, because you're on mute. My anonymous call.
Hello.
Hey.
There you go. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We doing? Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. KEKE took us on the roller coaster. I can imagine that we gonna be digging deep with you as well. So well, listen, we prepped, we vest up, we ready for you.
So this is the initiation hotline. So obviously, I know you are gonna stay anonymous, correct?
Oh, you can put I didn't know how to put the camera on at all. I like to see people face to face. I don't mind. I just didn't know how.
Can you turn it on?
So you got to just press your camera button.
It says her camera's on.
I think. Well, do you have anything covering your lens cap? Like you got a lens cap or anything blocking your camera?
No, I don't. I don't have a lens cap, but it's okay. We can. Yeah, I just didn't know. I saw the stop video button, but then I came on here and it was black, so I just figured you guys probably covered the camera part for me. But
it's all good.
No pressure. Give me your name, your age, your name, age, location, and relationship status.
Yes, my name is Kiera. I'm 30 and I am single, which it is one of those things where I feel like it's a blessing, but also kind of one of those things where, like KEKE, I have felt that feeling of wanting to be loved and feel like God has been hiding me in a way, because I too have been through like trauma in my life. However, it is it's a journey, because you do I found myself making some decisions in my life that have defiled me, but by the grace and mercy of God, He's given me another chance to make it right.
So hold on, just so I can get clarity here. Have you ever been in a relationship with a married man?
I have, and you want to know the thing about it. And I'm so glad that you guys are opening this chat, because at first I was thinking, whenever we talk about these conversations, it's like surrounded by a lot of shame. But the best way that I've been able to get through it is just by understanding that God loves me. And, when I was being involved with a married man, as I grew out of that, I realized
wait, Kiara. Before you tell me about the growing out of it, I just want to get just some detail. First off.
Yeah.
Okay. How long ago was this?
This had to be about 4 years ago.
Okay. And when did you know he was married when you first engaged?
I did. I did know.
Okay, so you did know he was married. And up until this time, and how long was he married at this point?
It was one of those things where I hadn't seen him since high school, and then we bumped into each other at the grocery store. I had did some digging around and looking him up on Facebook. So if I had during that time, he probably was married for at least 2 or 3 years.
Okay, so he was married for about 2 or 3 years, and you, at this point, bumped into him. So he's pretty much an old friend. There was a level of comfort there. And how
Yeah.
long did it take for you guys to actually become intimate in a relationship?
We had actually, this is crazy, but we had a history of being intimate since high school. So it was like something, it was like that sexual connection. It never like left us. We had been intimate since we were teenagers.
Interesting. Did you ever? And did you know?
And then
Did you know
I
his?
hadn't seen him for a while.
I was asking.
Did I know his what?
Did you know his wife?
I did not know his wife. Nope, never didn't know her, never met her.
Okay. And how long did that relationship last?
You're talking about him and I,
Yes.
or their marriage? I would say from the time that we bumped into the grocery store, we were dealing with each other off and on for about a year.
About a year now. Okay. What was the breaking point where you ended it?
This is going to sound crazy, but it was when we became intimate. Something shifted in me where I was not able to sexually get pleasure from us having, sorry, I'm trying not to speak, but from us having sex, my body, like it felt like it just totally, completely shut down. And like the excitement and the feelings and the emotions and even the pleasurable moment, it was gone. And then after we got done having, sex, I felt like I was spiritually drained. Like usually afterwards, I could go about my day, go about my life, and then, we could, talk and hit each other up and then do it again. But after that day, it was like something in me changed. It felt like a piece of me was taken, like spiritually and emotionally. And that's when I was like, no, this is not. But yeah, I mean, that really was. And then obviously when things like that happen and you go on about your life, I mean, in my present time, I guess from then on to now, there has been a lot of things that have happened that I've had to question myself and ask myself, well, why would I engage with somebody that is married? Why would I let somebody, use me or, defile me? Why would I defile myself? And so, it's a journey. But yeah, I mean that happened, and I was intimate with a married man.
So I want to get some context to that, because essentially what it sounds like was once you tried to have that intimate experience and you felt your body just not responding to it, pretty much that was the moment you said, this is it. So it's probably even safe to assume that sex was probably what this relationship heavily hinged upon, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And
Okay.
even when I tried to make it like it seemed like we were dating, it never really was genuine. And I know that. I knew that it wasn't, and I allowed myself to be used in that moment. I really did. And I mean, I used him too, because obviously it wasn't like anybody took me against my will. So we're two consenting adults knowing what we were doing. And I think at that time, in my mindset, also being very immature, I felt like, well, I don't know her and we're just, having fun. But in reality, no, I mean, at some point it just didn't become fun anymore. So yeah.
So I'm always very curious about this, because I know that certain things that you shouldn't do can be exciting. What it was there ever a time that you thought or I guess him being married was a part of the exhilaration or the thrill?
No, this is so weird. So I knew that I did my digging on Facebook. I knew that I seen them having pictures together. I did ask him about it, and he wouldn't really say, "Oh yeah, that's my wife," blah blah blah. But I knew that I seen the pictures. You know what I mean? So I would tell myself, I would just literally put it in the back of my mind and pretend like he wasn't married, just so I could have his time and have sex with him. I did.
I want to go to.
I don't think that. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, actually. I actually want to go to Tara on this too, because we got a couple other people backstage that I really want to have the opportunity to come up and share. But I really want to ask Tara this before I let you go, because one thing that you're going to hear nice and loud in our culture is the ladies. They're going to be like, look, sometimes, Tara, if I'm just keeping it all the way real, I just needed that D. Like it was somebody that they there.
Slayer.
That's all they serve in life. I know sometimes I don't even want nothing more. This is just, I'm going to keep him in his place. Yes, he's married, but this is the sole reason. The relationship is hinging upon sex. I don't have any other expectations. That's what this is about. Ty, what do you say to somebody that has justified a relationship where the main benefit is sex?
I think what we have to think about is what we forfeit for those things. I think a lot of my women and men need to understand, especially Christian men and women that are waiting on marriages, when you defile somebody else's covenant and saying, God bless mine. God is a gracious God, but he's also a fair and just God. And we have to understand, when you tell God, I want this and I want a blessed marriage, and you are a participant in ruining someone else's covenant, I need my ladies and gentlemen to think further. Our God is not a God where he is not going to get justice for that spouse, for the person you're cheating with, because they are his child too. And while you all are having a rendezvous and you having fun, there is a hurting wife and there are children sometimes involved, and God cares about their hearts too. He cares about the covenant that man made with that woman. And a lot of women, unfortunately, have sold out. They bit the apple by having sex with these men and have ruined some of the things that they're asking God for. There is a direct correlation. Can he forgive you for what you did? Sure. But if you all think that you can ruin these covenants with no thoughts on it, you are sadly mistaken. And I have to say that because when you read the word of God, you know these things to be true. Sin has a cost. And I need you all to not be cavalier at all about anybody's covenant. I'm not trying to make you feel shameful, because all sin is sin and there's no degrees of sin. I just need you to think about what you're asking for and then how your actions are lining up when you disrespect other people's covenant. We have to be aware, especially as children of God, because we know better. A Christian should know better, right? The world doesn't know better when they sin. They're not held to our laws. If they've never received Jesus Christ as their Savior and they've never accepted God, then they did not sign up for the laws and decrees that we live by. But when you sign up for the laws and decrees that we live by and you break them knowingly multiple times, God is going to get involved. Now, he tries to really save us and pull us out, like that loss of a sex drive. That's a loss you were having in your body. There is something that what you were losing by having sex with this person. And you may not know. You say, I lost my sex drive. No, you were losing more than that by continuing to sleep with a married person. And I have to say it like this because we got 2,000 people watching. So I know y'all be wanting me to be real sweet and soft, but I'm worried about souls being saved. Souls being saved and not sifted by the devil through these relationships and these little situationships that you all are being sifted into. If you want the D enough to lose your soul, I want you to be very aware of what you're doing. Sisters in Christ. If you say the D is worth my soul. I remember crazy lyrics in a song that Whitney Houston said. It said, when God asks me what I've been doing, I tell him I spent my life with you. Sound cute in some lyrics. But y'all got to understand, there is a day you're going to stand before your creator if you really believe in God. And he going to ask you about some of these things you did and you had knowledge of what you're doing. I need us to take our walk with Christ seriously. Know when we are hurting people. No, he says, treat others how you want to be treated. So if I don't want nobody cheating with my husband, I'm not going to do that to another woman. And I know some of y'all say, I don't really have a tie to her. You don't have to have a tie to her. She is your sister in Christ. She is a woman that made a vow to a man that she loved. If some of y'all never been married, you don't understand. You're putting your whole life and trust in these men. These women that came on earlier, been married to these men 30 years, amount of men, they had kids with these people. They put their whole trust and life in the hands of men. So when other women don't understand that and they interfere in that covenant and they get involved, you got to understand, yes, that man can be lustful and still cheat, but don't you be one of the participants. Don't you involve yourself. You say, I feel sorry for your wife. She really do believe that you care for her and you loved her and you made vows to her at that altar. I feel sorry for her. What a low character man you are. Y'all supposed to be turning these men back to Christ, back to their covenants, back to their wives. If they strayed and they came over there to you, you say, sir, straight on back to your wife. I'm glad you walked my way, because if you walked to another woman, she probably would have sinned with you. She probably would have did it. But God let you walk my way so I can convict you and tell you, go back to your wife, sir. And don't do this again with another woman. I'm your warning before the fall, sir. Y'all, we got to understand our role in the body of Christ. I got to be serious with y'all, because y'all, this ain't no game. People are leaving up out of here every day over dealing with other people.
Tara,
I'm a counselor. I hear it all the time.
Tara, listen, first off, we're not even going to be able to get to everybody tonight. And I'm only stopping you because I want to be able to get to help somebody else here back here tonight. But I know this is a thing, because we got people actually really coming backstage right now.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
The only thing is, when we start going anonymous, everybody want to be anonymous. But first of all, let me go ahead and thank my sister. Thank you so much for coming up on here tonight and sharing with us. I appreciate that. I want to bring my next brother Jay up here. Let's get Jay up here real quick, Lano. And I'm really doing Jay because I think Jay is.
Oh, you think it's a fella?
This might be. Well, you know what? Probably not. I have no idea. Who Jay? This Jay? Hold on, wait. Jay, you muted. I want you to unmute yourself, Jay. And Lano, make sure we got Jay in here.
So Jay is a female. Good night, everyone.
What's up, Jay? How you doing?
See, y'all know we ain't casting this thing. This thing is authentic as it can be right here, all right? Jay, if you can, give me your age, location, and relationship status.
All right. So I am 33, and I am going through a divorce, and I live in New York.
Okay. So let me just try to get straight to understanding the situation. Are you currently or dating someone married, or was this in the past?
This was in the past.
How long ago?
I want to say about maybe 10 years or more. This was when I was in my 20s, early 20s.
Okay. Did you know he was married prior?
Yes, and he was going through a divorce.
Okay, so he was married and going through a divorce. And you met him at the point where he was going through the divorce.
Correct.
Interesting. That's an interesting one. So was he still living with his wife?
Yes.
Okay. And this is the first time you've been in a relationship like that?
Yes.
Okay. Was that the only time?
Yes.
Little pause there. I don't know.
I had to think about it. But yes, that was the only one I was in a relationship with.
Okay.
That was married.
Now, this was very long ago, to be quite honest with you. But let me just switch straight to Tara on this one, because you know, you got women that's, and I know some brothers in this situation, because when you start getting into divorce, I guess it gets a little bit easier to justify. You know, he's divorcing his wife, right? Like they're going through a divorce right now, right? Like he was literally actively going to the court proceedings and all those things was happening, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And did you actually see a future with him?
I did.
But everything y'all had to do, obviously, because it was all kind of hotel room type situations at this point, correct?
More like my home, but yeah.
And I'm just in case we miss out on something big here about this story. The gentleman that you were dealing with at that time, that's not your current husband, is it?
No, sir.
Okay, just wanted to confirm.
Okay. And how did the relationship end, by the way?
I ended it. Because he said something to me that I was not too appreciative of. And I told him, I was like, okay, well, if this is how you feel and you know otherwise, then we can't be together.
What did he say, and how did you end it specifically?
So what he said, I'm not going to put it out on here. But he basically tried to downplay my character, so to say, saying that I would intentionally hurt him, which that was never my intent. And I was always 100% honest with him. Before we even got into a relationship, he was actually my best friend.
Oh,
So
wow.
I felt like you should have known me better than to say what you said to me, because you know who I am, rather.
Did his wife
And I didn't like it.
did his wife
Wow.
ask that y'all relationship be cut off when he got married?
No,
So wait, you knew his wife then?
no, I did not know I met him after he got married. So I
Also,
didn't know anything about his wife, but I knew he was married.
but you
But I
call, but
also
hold on,
knew he
wait.
was going through a divorce.
When did he become your best friend?
He became my best friend. I want to say if this was 10 years ago, I want to say about 11 years ago.
Well, that doesn't. Well, what I'm more so asking, he
Mhm.
became your best friend while he was married,
While he was going through his divorce.
and y'all just were spending more and more time together.
Correct.
See, I even noticed when I said while he's married, she changed while he was married to while he was going through his divorce, but he was still married. So
He was still married.
I actually think that's kind of a point of that's what I want to actually talk to Tara about, because I think that's a big point of justification. Like people's like, no, yeah, he's married, but he's going through divorce.
During the time they're making a decision to move forward or not.
I want to know what's morally right here, because Tara, if a woman finds a man that she says, yo, this man is my best friend, I trust him, I love him, I enjoy spending time with him, he's still married, but I consider it more going through a divorce than actually married. How do I operate in that, Tara?
Jason, I mean Tasha, and I bet his wife enjoyed him too when they first dated. I bet he was her best friend too. Okay, I need y'all to really, really think about this. Somebody's divorcing. They were married at a point and in love with someone, and they had a covenant. This woman really loved this man. As much as women want to get married, y'all, you got to sometime consider when a woman is divorcing her husband, there's a lot of information you need to find out as to why that divorce is happening. You got to really find out. He's being as good to you as he probably was to her before she married him. He's putting on his best self, his best representative to you, like he did with his wife to get her. So they know how to do that. I tell all the people that come to me when they tell me this person is divorcing, I said, well, let them get divorced and then let that man go to counseling, because you about to be the jump off while he's healing from that. Even if the wife is at fault, the man needs time to heal. I can't tell you how many women and men I'm counseling where the man divorced his wife, married a new lady in 3 months. He's still going through the trauma of whatever happened in that marriage, and now she got to deal with the trauma. Y'all not even letting these people heal from their divorces because you so quick to want to have sex and get married. I need y'all to let people going through a divorce go through it. Let them finish going through it. It's like they going through it to get through their healing. You stop them right here. You date them, and now I want to marry you too. You didn't even let that person deal with their trauma. Deal with the fact that an entire family been broken up. Deal with the fact that a covenant has been lost. Deal with getting their mind back with God. With getting their self back in righteousness. You are now their pacifier, and they going to you instead of God after the breaking of their covenant. When somebody breaks a covenant, they need to go to God and evaluate their whole life. They need to evaluate their whole life before they make another move. Somebody divorced need to be sitting somewhere for at least 2 years and reevaluating what their next steps are. But these people don't even have time to do that because here y'all are right here. Even if they're pursuing you, you say, hey, I get that you feel like you in love with me, but I think that you kind of going through something right now that you need to fully process, sir. And because I care about you more than me and what I want, I'm going to let you go heal, go to therapy, deal with whatever you got going on with your wife or your kids if you got them and all of that. Because some people, it causes problem with the kids because you just the men jump into getting with a girlfriend. Now the ex-wife is upset. Now she is acting funny about the kids because you didn't even give her time to heal over the divorce before you got with another lady. Now the kids are involved in the mess. Instead of people just saying, there's a divorce, let me back up for a second, make sure that everybody is okay, counseling is done, and then, Lord, if I'm supposed to be married again, now let me pursue. Y'all, it would do you a favor to do it. I promise you it would do well for you to let these people fully get divorced, fully go to counseling before they get with you, because you about to get hell with them. I'm telling you right now. I'm counseling all the people that didn't wait and let the people heal. They're giving you the hell from their last marriage. Y'all don't want that.
Man.
Y'all don't?
Well, first off, no. Let me tell you, thank you so much, Tara, for giving us that game on that one. And thank you as well, anonymous caller, for going ahead and giving us your story. All right. Let me tell y'all, first of all, we are closing down the hotline because the hotline is actually passing. Listen, a lot of folks, they done been through this situation back here, Tara. So
yeah, it's crazy.
We might have to do a whole nother show on this.
They're going to have to go to TaraBody.com and get some counseling.
Big facts.
Tonight.
Big facts. And I just dropped a poll. Is it fair game to date a married man if he's separated or going through a divorce? Option 1, yes, he's basically single. Option 2, no, he's still married. And yeah, I think that's, what was curious about me with that situation, the most recent young lady who joined the hotline, was that they became best friends during the time when he was getting divorced. So I was very curious if she kind of, knew in the back of her mind that it could likely or probably possibly end in an intimate relationship.
It's a tricky situation. It is I hear a lot of women who they get confused if a man is going through a divorce, if he's separated, if he just tell her straight up, I'm not happy in my marriage.
Right.
All of those things become very justifiable points for a woman to really, take on that consideration and say, you know what?
It's cool.
I'm down.
Or at least to be friends.
You ain't happy? Oh, we got to make you happy.
That's crazy. Tara, you might have to teach us about that too.
Hey, it's really real. In fact, Tara, listen, I already know you made it pretty clear that it's a little bit past your bedtime. If y'all want to rock with Tara, I'm going to make sure y'all understand. She already told y'all she did a great job branding it. TaraBody.com. And if you want to, join Tara in community, she's also the relationship coach for the High Life.
Yeah, we got some dope coaches. Run those coaches.
Man,
run those coaches.
Listen, we did a big one. We did an absolute big one. First of all, Tara, you just actually held down this past Monday session. And, people was really raving it.
It was a great session.
Oh, I already know.
It always is.
Because I got a text right after the session said, let me see. What did it say?
Oh, yeah. No. I got some text, too. Phone started lighting up. Ding, 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 ding. And
I was nice to him, though. I was nice. I'm nice. I'm just going to also tell you the truth.
Listen,
which we need.
The text I got Tara was Tara about to be everybody's favorite coach. LOL. She keeping it too real tonight. Everybody on 10, 100. Yeah.
It was a good conversation. We got a lot of revelations. But I see somebody in the chat, they were thinking I only see people in Florida for counseling. No, I just only take insurance from people in Florida, but I do relationship coaching to everyone. So if y'all hit me up on my site, you can see me. Obviously Tyshawn wasn't in Florida, but I see other folk too. But I would like to help you all navigate these relationships. And some of you just need to talk to me. You just need coaching, period, for your life. But I thank you all for inviting me. You know I love you. I come anytime you ask me to. I love what you're doing here. This is a wonderful ministry that you all have. And, y'all can call me back anytime.
We will.
You sure will.
Releasing me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We'll
go ahead and release.
good.
You can go to sleep, Tara. Tell Jason he can have you back. Y'all drop some love in the chat for my sister Tara, man.
Yeah.
Came in here and did her thing here tonight, blessing us.
Let me tell you, tonight was incredible, man. Tonight was incredible. The testimonies were literally unreal. I don't even know how to explain that. Roller coaster, and quite a bit of learning. So kind of really put me, because we've been through a lot of phases. Hardly Initiated has been through a lot of phases. A lot. And I think it's important that we, develop our new identity, and all of us as initiates, the platform, Tyshawn, myself, Delano, a new identity. And we want to really move toward, getting even more engaged, having even more engaging and more difficult conversations in a fun and creative way. And 3 episodes back, I think we really did a good job.
Absolutely. I want to, and I don't even want to guess. I want you to tell us, okay? Because as you guys can see, we bringing the same energy that Hardly Initiated has always embodied, but we bringing it to the culture, okay? We talking about the things that's already being talked about, and we bringing the voices that need to be in the conversation here on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And listen, because we always full of surprises, we may surprise y'all on some other days with some surprise events, virtual events that we plan on having. So you got to make sure you click that subscribe button. That subscribe button is going to tell YouTube, I want to know what Hardly Initiated is on. All right? So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Big shout out to everybody that has supported the channel via Cash App, via PayPal. We accept every single donation that's in your heart that comes to us. It helps us continue to put this program in play. I additionally want to thank and really shout out everybody that took advantage of the 30% off discount that the Hardly Initiated store is having. If you want to take advantage of the store, you can do so now. Because we hit our 4-year anniversary this month, we decided to extend this to the end of the month. So you got a couple days late on that one. And for those left on that one, and for those of you guys that really just want to go ahead and change your life, you want to go beyond just these episodes, the High Life community is here. You experience one of our coaches, and you just dipping your toe in the transformation experience that we have for our people. Shout out to everybody in the High Life community, a community of people really serious about waking up in the morning, giving God an hour in a day through a system reps. We read and exercise, praying, scribing, and mastering mindset, relationships, and stewardship, y'all. We not playing. More God, more money. We want all of it, all right? So big shout out to everybody that's in here right now. Ron, is there anything I left out that we got to let the people know?
Honestly, I think that's it, guys. To the next episode. Oh, yes, this is important. Guys, the only way for us to keep in tune with what you want to talk about, you got to send us this. And if you send us something that we cover on the show, we will absolutely give you a shout out and feature you. Send us everything. If you like, we had a few segments tonight, the Minority Report. We did Ain't No Way, and we did Take It to Trial. All new segments for which we'll develop branding and all that cool sounds, all that stuff. But if you like it, we'll keep it. The better the segment that you like, that's the ones we'll keep. Send us clips, text message threads, tweets, threads,
your testimonies,
videos, your testimonies, whatever it is that you want us to talk about, send it over to us. You can email us at info@hardlyinitiated.com. You can TikTok us, DM us, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. We collect it all. We review what are the best stories, what are the best conversations that we can cover, and then we're going to bring it to you right here for the soon to be best cultural commentary
Yeah.
Not platform, but show
every
every Thursday night at 7
it's
p.m.
probably even better to. It really is, because what's very different, if you guys notice, especially the people that have been here in our live show, it's an experience, y'all. It's interactive. Y'all are constantly, we feeding the conversation off you guys, what you guys are talking about, the polls, bringing y'all into the conversation. And we got some really big visions for where we want to take this and how we want to continue to evolve it. And we want you to even have a bigger impact on where we take it. So give us the things that are in y'all group chats, because the ladies, the things that be in y'all group chats ain't the same things in my group chat.
Oh, yeah.
And my fellas.
Definitely not.
Some of y'all be on some different group chats too.
and we got some big stewing, because we still gonna bring y'all the debates. We still gonna bring you the one-on-one deep dives. But this is the thing, guys. We no longer want to overdo it, overpromise. We only want to overdeliver, and we focusing on getting this show at this particular night in tip-top shape. Help us be able to do that so we can start bringing you more shows and more shows. But yeah, we appreciate you. That new thing. So long. Farewell.
Oh, we ain't got a sound?
To you, my friends. We gonna get that sound. I told y'all we need that sound, man.
I think Lionel got it already. Lionel, you got it?
Get it real quick.
Hold on, wait. Let's see. First of all, where that come from? I want to see it in the chat. See, we got some. See the generations.
That's
in
what I
here.
said.
What generation
we
we got in
your
here?
OG, you know where that come from. Where is that, Lono?
Where that come from, y'all? Drop it inside the chat here.
Y'all going crazy.
I want to see.
I had so much fun tonight, man.
Nah, tonight was a night.
We missed it. Well, I'm not even gonna play that one.
I'm gonna play it right.
Go ahead.
Lionel said he might have it. Hold on.
Drop it, Lono.
I want to see. Let me see if somebody get it in the chat before we drop it.
Here we
go ahead, play it.
So long, farewell to you, my friend.
Where that's from? Listen, if you the OG, if you know what show that's from, run it one more time, Lono.
So long, farewell to you, my friend.
Hey.
We got. Listen, what we got. We got.
Somebody talking about some Gullah Gullah
Island.
No, Gullah Gullah Island.
That's Gullah Gullah Island. No, that's not.
Gullah Island.
Big. Somebody said Big Blue House. There we go. Out of the box.
Shout out to James.
Run that one more time, Lona. We out of here.
Farewell to you, my friend.
Y'all fooling tonight, man. I love y'all.
Hey, look, we about to get up out of here, man.
Happy birthday, Lono.
Y'all already know how we do
Yeah, my
it.
friend.
Hardly initiated. We are out.